Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Role Seekers and the Legend of Nabell. We're a group of local gamers just like you, role play for your enjoyment. My name is Dustin Ritchie, and these are the Role Seekers. Role Seekers! Yay! All right, gang, this is actually our last night of our season sponsor of Wormwood Gaming Accessories. So they have been our sponsor for this season, which actually ends tonight's game.
So is this a huge, crazy game?
No. Not necessarily, not that you know of. But really, very, very grateful for their sponsorship. We had a lot of fun. We will still be using the game screen in our upcoming games. We might actually put the Tyve symbol in here now, though.
Ooh, yeah.
Because you can do that with Wormwood Gaming Accessories. You can customize.
They also have some cool sales and
like
stuff
modular.
going on right now.
Yeah, really cool stuff.
Like they do a lot of mystery stuff for the holiday.
Yeah,
which is always fun.
So, but yeah, really have enjoyed that partnership. So thank you so much, Wormwood. We use your stuff all the time. It's been amazing. So check them out this holiday season. That's the only announcement I have tonight. So it's Tuesday. Let's roll some dice.
Roll.
4.
Welcome back, everyone. All right, we're gonna jump right into tonight's game. So, for those of you who have never watched, welcome.
What a strange
We're
place to
super
start.
episode 33. Very excited to have you. And if you are joining us again, thank you, fellow seekers. We're extremely excited to have you. All of our shows can be found online, rollseekers.com. We improvise everything that you see, and we play Dungeons and Dragons for our own enjoyment, and hopefully you have some fun too. So, with that, I'm not going to do a full recap. Just know that Jamie's primary character, Helena, made some choices, found herself in a precarious situation, and is currently captive in the Blood Keep.
Things happen.
Yeah.
I don't regret those choices.
Why'd you do that? Don't.
We don't know what has happened with
I love
her.
this.
Last game, we did have a flashback. If you'll remember, it was pretty cool. Went back thousands of years into the past.
Yeah.
Followed Tauren. Those are some really big things you got to keep in the back of your mind. As always, the more you improvise, the more that we're going to discover in this world.
Another
and build the
Argalus,
story
though.
together. Argalus in a cameo. Trevor's favorite
It's probably
character.
Trevor.
That's true.
So I do want to just remind everyone that the mainland is more of a sandbox. I mean, so there's a lot of different ways to go, and like with big sandboxes in Dungeons & Dragons, there are places that you just can't go. Like, meaning that if you go there, you could die. The CRs are not going to change to accommodate you. Special, don't go to the Chain City right now. So
Chain City's not
Difficult.
here.
So, but you guys decided to go to Dreg'Damor off of the Barbarians notes, which is pretty great. Trevor had some really good insights, so you decided to check that out.
I think it was Jamie's character
It was.
that gave us insight.
No, it was definitely Trevor.
Just kidding. Because he got very mad last time when she said the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but she said it better. No. So you guys are far away. You decided to head toward the Vagnamar Plateaus, toward Dreg'Damor, which is an ancient kingdom of barbarians that worshipped the dead. You believe that you'll find answers there on how to get Helena back. So you decided to head that way. What is known is that the barbarian clans in the past have made pilgrimages to the Vagnamar Plateau. None of them have ever actually headed up to Dreg'Damor, the ancient citadel of the Dreg'Damor. It is said to be buried in a glacier, and strange things begin to happen, especially when you cross the Great Bridge of the Vagnamar Plateau. So few of your ancestors ever did. With that in mind, you are still about a week's journey away from Chisnev, which is on the edge of the Kef borders as you head up toward Edenari, which is the city that is directly under the Vagnamar Plateau. I believe last game you traveled for, I think it was almost 3 days, at least 2. I believe it was 3. You've run into no villages. You believe that you are due. You did see a lot of root vegetables being grown. You notice that there are birds and different animals flying in the sky, scurrying on the ground. But as always, you are in Tyve, and Tyve is always overcast with a high chance of rain. In the distance, being on the Tyve mainland, you do see the Ithilien glowing ever present behind unscalable mountains to the northwest of you. But now you sit on a mesa that spans in every direction, plains as far as you can see, some crags, some hills, but basically you're thinking the main inland of Spain is what you're looking at. There is a kind of golden light that sometimes shines along the wheat. Think the movie Gladiator. Mwah. I've not seen the second one, but I hear good things. The first one's so good, I don't want to it's like why I haven't watched Blues Brothers 2. Yes, but I've heard good things.
Great movie.
Okay, with all of that in mind, we're going to jump back into the action with you. It is going to be, it is daybreak. So the sun that doesn't ever show itself, but the light that it casts, its kind of gray hue, spreads across the land. You wake up, you are in the dome that Torin has created. It's tiny hut, but it's Torin style. You'll notice that your good friend Ned and Ernin are out cooking some food. They're cooking some rations over a small fire. You are a little off the beaten path. At night, you have heard those creatures screaming. The people that encountered them believe they are those jackal-like creatures. I will give, unfortunately, Ali, I already talked about, so you won't know it. But if you can get the reference of the jackals, I will give you inspiration.
Oh, what's the movie?
There is a direct reference, especially to where we're at. It's not in the game. This is like mythology, lore type stuff. All right. If you think about it any time tonight, you let me know, and I'll give you inspiration. So if you think about it later, and you're like, oh God, I need inspiration. I figured it out. All right. So with that in mind, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
It sounds familiar.
So, I imagine Bjorn would know. Hopefully, you would have known this. But I feel like one of my kids asking this question after we've left home and we're like halfway on our way. Like we're heading for a glacier. So is it ice? And are we prepared for that? I mean,
Are we prepared for anything ever?
Oh yes, it's going to be cold.
You are not prepared for cold weather.
Like not glacier-like, right?
No.
I mean, but it is. It can be frozen up there.
It could be frozen up there.
So maybe along the way, we ought to be looking for furs and things we could trade to prepare for our voyage in the cold.
I didn't really think of that because I don't typically need it.
You don't get cold.
No, I do. I'm very well
You'll
insulated.
just toughen up. You'll just man up.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe we can just find
Called
like a animal or something and
Barbarians are very
Take it.
strong, but even I cannot endure the cold. My people are from the warm. I am humble enough to admit that.
Right, take it from her. Sometimes you just got to stay warm.
It was an honest mistake. I do apologize.
I have a coat. New time, I'll button it up.
I do not have appropriate gear to climb up a glacier.
I think Veer was suggesting we just like gut an animal and climb in it. Was that your suggestion?
No, I was thinking like we take its fur.
Oh, right, that would work too.
Yeah.
What the inside of it would smell like.
I mean, I guess it depends on the animal, honestly.
The bear. Bear.
No, it's boat.
Not pata.
A bear. Or like,
A bear boat.
yeah, Aaron in a bear boat.
We're gonna need a bigger
Big like pata?
Well, it would be really helpful if maybe Helena were here to like find
Back where I'm from, we would find these large creatures and we would make coats out of them. I think they were Ursinon or something.
The great,
that just another
the
one?
great bear?
You
The
do
great
not-
bear.
You do not.
Ursinan, you know of Ursinan.
I've heard the term thrown around quite a bit, but they wore these things, I think they were called jacars or something? Jacars?
Ursinan is a great barbarian mystical creature.
There is. I'm sorry.
Probably wasn't that then.
There's no chance that
I mean,
you slayed the great Ursinon.
I didn't know. I'm talking about a coat.
But just
All right.
it was probably a large bear, but
well,
not.
Can we
the-
like look? Is anybody
Ursinon.
good at tracking animals?
I can hunt for it.
Well, I've maybe the barbarians have a little bit more insight, but I think it takes a long time to cure a pelt.
So rolling a nat 20, Ned continues.
So, what you're saying is this mythology of a great bear has transcended the ocean, and your people also believe in it. That is quite the anthropological dilemma.
With his nat 20.
I am surprised that the story of the Ursinon survived. Your people.
It is a great barbarian story. Stories get passed around. We are barbarians. The old histories get told through stories.
In my experience, I believe that sometimes these are metaphors. Perhaps your great bear, like the story I told you the other day, represents something else. Perhaps the hunt or the great sleep. Did your people have a great sleep?
I think I'm about to have one. Go on.
No, there's definitely
It's all right, Marty. You can.
there's definitely
I like
very-
her laughs.
large bear out there known as the Ursinon. It is
Well,
not a
is
metaphor.
it here or is it not important right
But
now?
I think we're gonna stop at a town and we'll just buy some things, right? They
Is there-
got to sell things to go into the cold, right?
Yeah, the closer we get, I'm sure they'll be more plentiful.
And personally, I would rather us buy something than count on the blessings of a great bear that survived oceans. And
All right, are you guys done eating?
Yeah, would you like some?
Yeah, what are we
I
making
would
there?
like to go.
I brought some ham, cured ham.
Yeah, right. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
sure.
My friend here was telling me that it's sometimes called hamam.
No.
That's right.
Okay.
So I guess we will enjoy the breakfast, pack up our
Bags.
tent,
Oh.
go.
Which is magic.
Pop the bubble.
Okay.
I still can't get used to that. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty useful.
Well, Aiden, what we could have done if we could have just like popped out a little tent like that. It's amazing.
I can start teaching you. And maybe about
I didn't
5
want to be a
levels or so.
Debbie
You
Downer,
might.
but sometimes things are too convenient.
I assume that we've at this point packed up and started moving.
course.
And we're just bullshitting. Great.
No, let's roleplay the packing. Not like that. Not like that.
Oh no, I dropped my ball bearings.
You know who used to pack that really well? Helena.
So you said we saw some fields and things. Like, are we? We're on a road.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not well kept, but yes.
Is there any? I mean, I don't have great scores on this, but just like get a sense of how well traveled it seems?
Sure.
Like, or how recently it might have been traveled? I'll do. Oh, nat 1.
Right now. It's being traveled right now.
What road? Yeah.
I'll track it for
Yeah,
you.
thank
A
you.
well manicured path.
I'll track it.
Yeah, come on.
Nat 1.
We are lost. We are lost in the plains of time.
Okay, so the two of them begin to head like south
Right
toward
off
the road.
Guys.
What are you doing?
It's going wrong
I'm
this way.
following him.
That's where we came from last night.
Are you sure? There's like mountains.
Positive. You see, like, the mountain we came from. Like,
He's like walking into the woods. Are you sure it's not this way?
All right.
Can we
I
all
was-
get it together, please?
I was following.
Perhaps we should lash ourselves together off of the rope.
Maybe.
oh, Lord.
Really
I
find
can-
an adventuring buddy.
This
Do you
is why
have your
I
adventuring
stayed by
book?
the
Yeah, but if
sea.
it was you two, you would be gone.
Yeah, there were two of you.
All right, let's go. It's this way. There's like only one way to go.
Oh shoot! Why don't you look? It's not so easy, is it?
I will. What is this? A survival?
Survivor.
19.
All right.
It doesn't seem
show
very well.
off.
It doesn't seem very well traveled.
Okay.
I mean, I know the road is like there's not been much foot traffic here, but I mean, we still came from that way, and this is still a road.
I track very well in the sand.
Sand.
But not dirt, huh?
It's very different.
Is well. Good to know. Different terrains, I suppose.
Everyone has their specialty.
So who is our lead? Like walking in front? Is it you then, Beard?
Well, right now it is, yeah.
Yeah. Who, normally in our marching order, who's going to be guiding us?
It would
It's
probably
normally
be beefy.
Probably
It would
you,
probably
right?
be me.
Yeah.
Because I would have traveled along this path.
So yeah, I would just say at this point, Bjorn and I are walking
Okay.
up front.
All right.
Bjorn, have you been to Dreg'Damor before?
No, I'd always planned to, but my time as a leader was cut short. I was still somewhat young when we had to flee my.
If he had been, he probably would have told us to dress warm.
You were leader of barbarians. Your chief.
I was the chief.
Why no more? No,
you've
one
heard-
does not simply give up chiefdom.
It's a long story.
I'll tell her. Save everything. Take 15 minutes on our walk to tell you the story of how the chain and our last battle and the destruction of Norn and all that.
Do you tell her everything?
Yeah. I would tell her.
Everything that we know.
But he knows more than you know.
Yeah.
I'm saying he's probably just saying everything that we all know.
Yeah.
I would not tell her about my wife. And
I don't know if he's told any of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say wife.
Nope.
Yeah, he hasn't said that. You haven't
Nope.
talked about the final battle, none of that stuff. So, kind of got to be specific what you tell her.
okay. Well, we'll
About
go over that.
about how you left.
How much
Norn.
I tell you?
You just tell her
Most
about
everything.
why you guys left Norn in the chain,
Yeah. Tell you about the battle, the final battle with.
and then that
With the
you tell her
chain.
about your niece.
I led them. Yes, I led them. Okay,
Yeah,
here we
that
go.
one.
The chain, taking over, the plague, battle with the chain. I was arrogant, took my people. The few of us left. We migrated off the mainland. Was able to work with Gavra to start New Norn. Settled there for about 25 years. Niece got sick. Started traveling.
But you could have been chief in New Norn. Yes?
Yes, and the few of my people that still remained still highly respect me. However, I felt like it was time that amongst new land they needed a new form of leadership.
And as of our rage, what did your people do?
They eat
Several,
mushrooms.
many generations ago, my ancestors, they fell out of the way of the most traditional forms of meditation in order to reach their inner rage. And some alchemists amongst the tribes figured out that they could brew potions and cocktails and eat certain foods to induce even a stronger rage. And over the generations of using that method, we lost the natural way.
They eat
So
mushrooms.
all I've ever known, and several generations before me, is eating. My tribe specifically would eat these, and I show you the mushrooms. My ultimate goal before my niece got sick was I wanted to find a way to. I wanted to try to learn the lost knowledge of brewing the potions. That's why I was asking for a potion stand back in our base.
I teach you ways of healing.
I picture his mushrooms to be like psychedelic, like rainbow mushrooms. Just to let you guys know, like in my head, like his
call them
mushrooms are like
Skittles. Like, they're-
super
Yeah,
bright and
right.
crazy looking, but like
I love
they're probably not.
You teach me rage mushroom.
You just eat it.
I teach you healing.
He'll just rub dirt in your
You
wounds.
might be able to tolerate these.
I am barbarian, Bjorn.
Of Tyve.
When's the last time you've been in a fist fight?
I don't use my fists.
Maybe you were less barbarian and more ranger.
I take offense to that.
I'll slide up to next to whisper.
Let's practice.
I kind of want to eat one just to shut him up.
I don't want these to hurt you.
Just because I don't use my fist does not make me any less of a barbarian.
Ooh.
The rage of the past.
How are you feeling, by the way, to hearing him singing the Argolis song?
I was, that was, it just kind of a flash. I saw the scarecrow in like the burning town, the village, and I guess kind of just,
And he puckered up.
You've
like
been
that.
Yeah, just
you've
a
been
little
like out of it.
yeah, I've been hit with a lot of shit the past couple of days, so I'm still kind of reeling, but I'm here otherwise.
But we march on the
We talk
dead
more.
road
Huh?
We
in the
talk more.
mainland
I
of
see why
Tyve.
you gave up chiefdom. You have a big heart, but arrogance still flows through your blood.
She called you
She
out.
calls him out.
Right, but that's when he met old Erden and me, and we hired him on, and I think it's worked out pretty well for you.
But we did not
Great.
go to
Right.
Andros the port.
I mean, we did lose that job, but look where we are now. We've got great friends.
Can I tell you that since I've been with these people, he has not stopped talking about that Andros thing.
Andros port.
He gets his mind like fixed on jobs.
What is
Yeah,
what
it's
is
been like
Andros?
weeks. It's a place they were supposed to do a job.
And why not do?
What-
Pretty
Things
sure
got
it's
in the way.
decimated at this point.
Right, it probably doesn't even exist now, sadly.
We
Other choices.
We met you, right? We met you, and then we found you
Helena.
when we met you and Helena, which we were
and
gonna
then
go rescue.
And then we found Normandy with the little girl, the little demon girl.
Oh right.
And that's why we didn't go. We went to help her. And,
Right,
like
to-
she was
Yeah.
she was evil. Aren't you supposed to be dead if she's dead?
What demon girl?
Yeah, it's a lot.
You have a demon girl.
No.
Not anymore.
Honestly, just listen and you'll pick it up.
I cannot listen if they don't tell me the story.
Well, you learn it. You'll pick it up.
And I'll just tell her.
Around
I'll
on
tell
the-
you this. I'll just tell you that about how he was to protect Angie and how we went for the eclipse, and then how we saw her as the Tangled One.
But that's what because
so-
our people.
Yeah, so I
literally-
will end with there. And it turned out she was like, probably like an aspect of the Tangled One.
The tangled one.
Well, your people tried to like feed us to her.
Yeah, so
And you had her.
he was supposed to. I don't think he knows.
And you're supposed to protect her.
Yeah, she's gone now.
I'm surprised he's not a warlock.
I
Based
have a
on-
book.
No, he's definitely into books.
Book. Like, you can't read it. I can. I'm mad.
You
So,
can read that
yeah.
bit.
There's been a lot.
too smart for
It'd be hard to tell you everything, but that was a thing.
And I would be catching you up
Proper
in the
common.
evenings and stuff because Bjorn is very intrigued by you and your culture, and so like as we're traveling, I would be.
Are we
catching you up on
seeing anything?
stories.
She
As we're
would grab
traveling?
her bow at the hearing this.
Still.
And
think-
you are okay with him protecting this
No,
drowned
no.
one.
Listen, he did not know
None of
she
us
was.
knew.
None of us knew until she was gone.
It is what it is. You know, it's like sometimes you get given people of immense power, sometimes you're given of a book of immense power.
Hold on, not
Sometimes,
always wise.
What for the fell rate?
Dust, do we see anything as we're traveling?
Nope, just the mesa.
So we'll just keep walking.
Keep on keeping on.
I every now and then I'll just pull out that little spherical compass that I have and just take a look and see where it's kind of pointing to as we're walking along, see if it's
So as you open up the spherical compass, a small light points, and it's pointing directly toward the glaciers. So to the far northeast, you see just at the very tip of what would be the horizon, just like a little bit of white on the mountains, and it's pointing right there.
well, I think we're going the right way because whatever this little thing has been telling me the entire time, it's pointing right at the far distant snow. So
Yeah, I thought we were gonna run into a town.
eventually, I'm sure we will. But
Are there any other plants, bushes, berries, like even scarce that we're coming across as we're walking?
Not
It's
berries and stuff. Just
the wheat.
farms. You're still near some forest, but they're becoming more sparse.
What type of stuff is growing on the farms land that we're walking by?
Wheat,
Root,
lettuce,
vegetables.
root vegetables.
Do we see farmhouses?
You do not.
So I would like.
They are probably more on the inlands. You're on the road. They would probably be more toward the
I like-
north.
Pick some carrots and stuff.
Sure.
If there's some good
Evil.
root vegetables, I'll grab some. Since there seems to be no one around here to care.
By all means.
The arrow hits you as you pull the first carrot.
Don't touch my carrots.
So I'm gonna say that about midday. You've been walking for a few hours. It's about midday. If you could see the sun, it would be at its highest zenith. Be at its zenith.
We can't see it.
But you can't see it. It is not raining today.
Strange.
So what happens midday?
Just midday.
That's it.
Oh, well then we just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the weather's good for traveling, keep on going.
How long would you like to travel for?
5.
Do we
You're
notice
about.
something?
You're like 5-6 days from Shizu.
Weren't we gonna try to do 12-hour days if it was nice?
I mean, we'll take short rest. Not
Yeah.
not
Short
technical.
retro, right.
Yeah, like we'll pause.
Little snackies,
Right. Last time we agreed
taking
on
some
like
gorp.
12 hours.
Yeah, but if the weather's still good, we can travel during the day. Like
yeah, good old raisins and peanuts. I think we'll keep hiking until
12
like,
hours.
we just literally can't see anymore, kind of thing.
I can see.
You and I can see.
Okay. I'm gonna say it gets to be about 6 o'clock. You've traveled quite a ways. It's still light out, but
We can look for a place to set up camp.
Tiny hut.
Yeah, is there a nice area?
Yeah, are we still like nearish the mountains at all? Like, are we kind of? Yeah, I mean,
Oh, you have the pretty map.
yeah. I mean, if we're going like if we're still kind of skirting the mountains, maybe whenever we get to a spot where it looks like we, traveling off the road won't take too long to get to some kind of wooded,
Are there
sheltered-ish
Are we
area.
still in farmland, or is there any trees or anything?
Still farmland. The trees are becoming more and more sparse.
I mean, I think we just camp in the brush,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
Just off the road.
We need to go for another couple hours till it's night.
until we've traveled 12 hours, I think.
Okay.
So,
Well,
be-
like 8,
So like
Yep.
8-ish.
Sure.
Okay.
like traveling 8 a.m. to 8.
Because when you do the hut, like there's already a fire and everything inside, right?
No, it's just dry and temperature controlled.
okay.
I mean, we've never had a hard time making a fire.
That's right.
We might this time.
Okay.
We usually need village.
At about 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
you reach the sun proverbial starts to go down. And give me 1 second.
Are we rolling a D100?
No. There's only one road. I need a perception check from Torin.
Of course you do. 18.
It's not bad. In the distance, as you're kind of like the whole group decides, like let's turn off. We'll go away from the road a little bit. You stand on the road as the group starts to move away, and in the peripheral of your eye, you look up and down the road, probably about 600 feet. You see, like, stuck in the road, a post with something hanging on it.
No.
In the direction we're walking.
Right.
But you have stopped for the night, but
Yeah.
you can see it.
Put ahead.
Guys,
What? I look. Do I see it?
You do.
Oh, what's that?
They use it to like keep crow. I mean, I'm not from the farm country, but don't they use it to like, scare away crows
Why
and
is
things?
It's on the road, right?
Would I know?
Like, why is it on the road
Even
and
by
not in
people.
the field?
Oh no, that's different.
Right, that I don't know, me. That might be a.
What's the problem, Torin?
Why is there?
through these, just last game, you guys would know the connection between the Scarecrow and the Mother Argolis.
Would you have told us?
Yeah, no, I told you everything that happened, and yeah.
Wait, is that what you saw?
I mean, it's still pretty far away, but I mean, it looks like a
Should we
Scarecrow.
walk up then? Should we get closer to
You
it?
want me to go check it out for you?
Should we set it ablaze?
We're gonna go, Aaron.
It's a scarecrow.
Yeah, but it's right in the middle of the road. It's kind of suspicious.
I don't think we're gonna sleep well knowing it's all like standing there. So
Yeah, we can go check it out really quick. It's only a few hundred feet away.
Do you want us to hold hands?
I can deal with it from here.
I mean, I'm okay.
fall into adventure, buddy.
We don't need to destroy it outright. I don't think.
You're right. It could be another man hanging on a post again.
Yeah.
So I think we all go.
Yeah.
So did you tell everybody the story?
I would have told.
But did you?
I mean, I haven't, because we ended the game on that flashback of
Do you
the
want to
Scarecrow.
take the time to tell us
Yeah.
the story?
So yeah, remember the Argolis and connection with scarecrows, and this is why I'm suspicious.
I take out Helvagan.
Anyway, you just
pull out my book.
just had that like dream the other day.
Yeah,
Or memory?
yesterday. Yeah, or however long ago it was.
Right. Pull out my short sword and dagger, and I actually, if it's on the road and it's getting dark, right, I am moving into the shadows off the road.
Okay. I gotta
Circle on the side.
So hearing you kind of recount the tale, would you mind role playing? You don't have to do the whole thing, but like just anything in particular you'd like to tell them about the story.
Sure. So I have told them about the flashback, the long story of what happened in the Chain City, because I also told Xandra.
Yeah.
So you guys all know about that. I just had, I'm not sure exactly what it means. I do know there's some kind of connection between the Mother Argolis and scarecrows. That's kind of a like a form or a persona she's taken up in the past. I don't know a whole lot about it, but
But do you think that this scarecrow is like not? Is that?
oh no, I don't think
is
that
weird
every
that it's
scarecrow
in-
that we come across is going to be, you know,
Weird that
a
it's
death
in the
god.
road, though, right?
Yeah, it's just suspicious. That's all. One way or the other, I think we should take a look. Because I mean, if anything, like if this is, you know, relative farmland, there's going to be people somewhere close by, and where there are people, there's going to be a village.
And this
Eventually.
this Argolis thing is what destroyed your people.
I'm not sure if she had a hand in it specifically, but I do know that she is a force of very distinct evil.
And do you say that this? Did you? You told us everything with how when she came, Acurus was also there.
Right. Yeah.
Told us that part of the story. Okay, and then that's the same one. He's the same person that took Helena.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would have held back was the whole, like the very specifics, like the couple of prisoners that I let escape, kind of thing.
So as you are telling everyone this, everyone's kind of stealing themselves, getting prepared. Ned will walk up to you and he kind of grabs you and pulls you aside slightly.
Well, I don't want to alarm you, but if what you're saying is true, and you believe that that thing is up there, you have no chance against it. So steel yourself.
And he kind of looks up and he pulls his hand down.
If your light dare to shine in this place of darkness, do it now.
And he hands down and your weapon starts to glow.
Ned's weapon glows,
His.
and Ned did it. His magic wasn't working before, right?
He doesn't just look good, Barry.
Well,
That's
I mean, you've had experience with the Argolis, right? That's
I
Sandra
would
was
say
saying.
I've had an encounter, but I learned very little from it.
Sure. I don't
What is their motivation?
know.
his hammer is a different color light now from what he usually
Like a
does.
golden light.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, maybe if it is that thing, maybe it's after the guy who took Helena because you said he was afraid of it.
More than likely, this is just a scarecrow, but
Now, what if it's able to use scarecrows as some sort of eyes?
right. That's what I'm saying. Let's just
Maybe
go check
we
it out.
just go like burn down the scarecrow.
Let's
We
just
do
go check
that
it
from
out.
here.
Ned,
But last time we did that, there was a guy in the scarecrow.
is that the light of Oseram?
I'm not sure if his light reaches this place, but I sure hope so.
Got to spin the hammer in my hand a little bit, and I'll start walking towards the scarecrow.
Friends, I will stay back. My fear would only put you in jeopardy.
Okay. What side did you sneak over to?
So if we were going east, I'm going to the south.
Okay, and then I'll kind of go on the other side in the shadows.
Yeah, if they're gonna flank around, I'll purposefully walk slowly to allow them time to get to wherever they want to go.
Perfect. So you guys will slowly walk toward the scarecrow. So just so you know, none of you feel any different around Ned, as you would yourself. Paladin or not, he has no aura of courage.
We carry our own.
Perfect. He stands back, and you see him light a torch in the darkness, and he has his.
Is anyone staying back with Ned?
No way.
No.
Okay. You head toward the scarecrow. Silas does.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Step by step, you move forward toward the scarecrow. I need to know who's going to be getting closest to it.
I'll be in front.
I want to stand next to Dorn.
So the two of you walk headlong toward it. The ranged characters find their positions around, but the two of you reach it. As you do, torches lit, I'm not sure how you're seeing.
I don't need a torch, but I don't know if anybody else.
No, I have my great axe out. So
That doesn't mean you can see.
Is his weapon
But his-
illuminating anything?
No, not much. It's magic weapon.
It's just like a magical glow.
Oh, okay.
Is it pitch?
It's pretty getting dark.
whoever's standing,
It's not black.
Okay.
whoever's standing.
It's
directly
like
behind me and Tor,
your eyes would
I light
adjust
it.
like you would see silhouettes at this point.
Okay, I guess that's kind of all Whisper's gonna see.
If
Yeah.
if we're walking up and nobody else is lighting a torch or anything, I'll use my eyes of night, and 4 people outside of me can. So 1, 2, 3, 4 can now use dark vision.
Okay, perfect. All right, so within about 60 feet, you'll be able to see. You notice that the scarecrow does not look quite natural. It looks decrepit, looks old, looks rather haggard. It is reminiscent of the thing you've seen in your memories, but it is not moving, and you hear no voice in your head. As you continue to get closer and closer to it, there is a sense, even as you're steeling yourself against it, there is this sense of fear, like there's something watching you. Your hair on your back of your neck starts to stand up. And Torin, as you reach it, you notice that it's not simply in the middle of the road. It's at a fork going 3 directions. They all seem to be going to this, like they all seem to be going northeast, the direction you're going. But one veers off slightly to the left, one stays in the middle, and one veers off slightly to the right.
It's already
As
yours,
it's
yours.
not, as the scarecrow's not moving, I'm kind of come like from the north, like to where you guys can see me, like, and stop hiding and kind of just walk up to you guys because it doesn't seem like it's
It
dangerous.
is not moving.
Can I look at these paths and see if any of them look more traveled than the other?
Sure.
I'll come and help you.
Thanks. Survival? Right. Whisper, like, you
Yeah,
just
I'll walk
fix, prove
Roll,
yourself
I'll
useful.
check. Look. There. I'll look at the one. So left, center, right. Oh, look at the right one.
I looked at the left. Okay. I rolled a 12.
Oh, got a 7.
Now
I will come help.
hang on 1 sec. So, are we at this crossroad? I'm assuming now. Okay. Which path would I have had to take this path before? On my
You
way
can do a
out?
knowledge history check.
Okay.
It's been 25 years.
Yeah,
You don't have an encyclopedic mind of random roads.
But I do have advantage because I can recall maps and terrain. So 19.
Well, that'll give you proficiency, right?
What is this?
Well, I got a 19
Okay.
on one roll.
I'm checking the middle.
She's heating up.
Is that
Nat
at 20?
ones.
Oh,
Did you get a
Nat
20?
one.
No, not one.
Not
Yeah,
one.
no, she's heating up for Nat 1.
And then while they're looking at the roads, I'll check this specifically the scarecrow. I'll take a close look at that.
Are you gonna touch it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, so you go up, kind of start to adjust. All right, so with your guys' rolls, this is what you'll know.
She knows nothing.
Your character is not 100% sure on these roads. Even with a 19, you know that they will most likely lead toward the road that would have taken you down toward the stones of the old gods. You believe each one would. You did not travel the left. Most likely your people would have traveled the middle. The other roads look newer. With your super low rolls, you don't know much, but you do know that the left road, 12 is fine, the left road seems to be well traveled.
Looks like a lot of people go this way. So
But
maybe
it
there's
goes
a
into
town.
farmland. Like into the farm.
Yeah. Does the scarecrow arms point any?
They
don't.
don't.
Point
There's
any?
kind of like an angle up.
Okay.
As you touch them, Torin, you will as you touch the scarecrow, you feel yourself you kind of feel everyone else just kind of fall away for a second. The scarecrow's head just slightly moves as you're like touching it, and you just look up at it, and it doesn't speak. You don't hear a voice, but inside, intrinsically, you believe that it's watching. It wants you to make a choice.
Now, I don't know if it's if I'm looking too deeply into it or it's just because of a movie I saw a couple days ago, but I have a distinct, like, innate feeling that there was an NPC that, like, several games ago told me one of those things like, go left. But I don't know if I'm just... I don't remember if that's a Kevin and Torin thing or if it's like from Interstellar or something.
You're watching The Wishmaster.
Yeah, I know. Like, I very specifically know this is a part of a movie that I saw within the past week.
I'm sorry.
Does it give you advantage or
When
perception?
it's your
So
time, hold your
no,
blade.
but it's
You don't
part of
get
my
that.
feature as my background. You have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you could always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you've been there, but like it's been 25 years. So
But I have an excellent.
And then I'll walk up to Torin as he's touching the scarecrow. So, what's this thing made of? And I'll just kind of look at it.
Is it made it's just a typical scarecrow
Yeah.
Straw.
outside of its creepiness?
Does it have clothes on?
no, just made it. Well, yeah, I guess it would have like some burlap on it. And stuff.
Okay, but nothing special.
Nothing special.
So, looks like lots of people are going this way. Do we think there's maybe like a town that way?
I'm not sure. All I know is there's not a lot of people who would be going the direction that we want to go. So the path well traveled is probably not necessarily the path we want to go on.
I believe a long time ago, my people went straight through here.
But you said this
No,
road
this
is newer.
goes into the farmland.
You live on an island.
That's what I feel.
You said these roads
So the
are
left
newer.
one would go further into the farmland, correct? The right
Yes,
one would
it-
go further
So
toward
maybe
the
there's
tree.
been a town, a new town created since you've been here.
Very well could be. I didn't even expect to see anybody on the mainland.
I'll walk past the scarecrow a little bit, and I'll take my hammer that's glowing a little bit, and kind of like a divining rod. I'll just kind of hold it out in front of me, and just kind of pass in front of the air and see if I get any sense of anything as I point it towards the 3 different roads.
God roll.
Come on, Kevin.
Who is your god?
Zethus. No, that's a 3.
What about a compass?
Yeah, I'll take out my compass next.
Nice. Okay, you take out your compass and you shine the light on the 3, and much to your chagrin, the beam goes.
Ooh.
Yeah, some help you are. Stow it back away. Well, we might be completely on our own on this one.
But my old grandma always told me, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a target by the toe. Grab his wallet, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I think we take the middle one.
I feel like if we want to go buy stuff, possibly the left one.
I think if you want to avoid people and Bjorn's past, we take the right one.
We think they're all gonna like merge back together though.
Well, maybe we just split up.
Oh, we could do that.
I'll take the food.
Aaron looks back and yells to Silas and them, "It's fine, honestly, it's just a scarecrow."
Oh yeah.
Do we
come
still
on
see
up.
Ned's torches?
So are we gonna?
Out from distance?
Are we trying to? We're not gonna keep camp right by the scarecrow. Or are
No,
we?
we can
yeah.
go
I
back
can
to
watch
where
it.
we were, but
That's right, we're not leaving now.
right. I do have I do get a sense that, I mean, this may have started as a typical scarecrow, but I don't know if it still is anymore. I get a
I'll watch it.
I
all
get a
night.
bad feeling off of it.
Oh, for fuck's sake! It just burn. Aaron just burns it. It's done. It's done. It's done.
I'm watching it burn.
property
Does
damage.
anything look?
Just burning.
Well,
I feel like that's all we ever do.
The cleansing flames.
We'll bring the villagers running. All right, we make our way back to a hut.
Yeah, we'll make our way back.
The whole wheat farm is just gonna be scorched.
Oh God, it's the dry season.
It's never the dry season.
It's never the dry season in time.
It's like kill.
Well, we have a decision to
Disappointment.
sleep on, it looks
Yeah,
like.
guess we'll argue about this all night.
Sure.
You guys head back to
Head
camp.
back and start
Sleep
making
on
camp.
it.
Yep.
See if your dreams bring you any.
Right.
Yeah, give us some insight. And you're gonna be on watch
Yep.
all night.
What'd you find? Was it just a scarecrow?
Yep.
But it was at a fork in the road.
Why'd you burn it?
It's creepy.
It's creepy. That's a good reason as any, I suppose.
And like, there's no crows and stuff out here.
Well,
I've
it
seen
means
a
it's-
couple of crows.
Maybe it means the scarecrow's working.
Well, maybe we want crows.
We wake up in the morning and there's a whole
step
murder of
outside.
crows where
Right
the
around
scarecrow
us.
should be.
All right, guys. Call it a night.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll set up the tiny hut and all that good stuff.
D100.
Okay. My favorite thing is to roll a D100.
I mean, we're safe right now.
Oh! 76. That's good.
It's a C.
The night passes without incident.
All right. Well, Torin, what did you decide? What did your magic hammer tell you?
Well, the hammer really didn't do anything when I tried interacting with it.
All night I would have just been like paying attention to anything happen at night.
Nothing.
No animals, nothing.
Nothing.
It was the most boring night.
Good. Okay. Well, let's go back to the fork in the road, I suppose.
Sorry.
And once we get there,
You're excused.
I'm going to take out a little bag, and I'll pull out a handful of rocks that a while ago I was carving some little symbols in, and I will sit at the intersection of the road, and I will focus on the right path. And over the course of 11 minutes, I'm going to cast Augury, where I receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the result of a course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. I plan to go to the right path. And then the DM chooses the omen from the omens table. So it'll be either whale, woe, whale and woe, or indifference. So I will get a result that will either be good and bad, or neither good nor bad. So it probably won't tell us a whole lot. But
We don't want to go down the right road.
why?
The right road goes,
Left.
from what I remember, way down into the peninsula. The left
You're
road.
not there. You asked if you were there. You're not there. You're not at that crossroad.
It's a different crossroad.
Great.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I
like
see
a
what
more
you were
minor.
describing. Okay.
While he's doing that, I want to look at where the scarecrow was and just investigate it.
Okay.
$14.
It is completely burned, and you find no residue. Nothing.
Well, this is weird. Look at this.
Right. Well, isn't there ashes or something?
Yeah, and it's not like it was windy. This is not normal.
It's because it wasn't a normal scarecrow.
Okay. But like, what type of thing burns to nothing?
I'm over here praying over my rocks.
Okay. You get the augury that you will get is weal and woe. As you open up your eyes and you look at your rocks, you notice as you throw the rocks down on the ground, looking kind of like reading the bones, they are completely and utterly random.
Okay, so we should.
So
Okay, you don't have to tell me an answer, but did you give me some hint in the past about this?
I can't give you an answer. You said I shouldn't give you an answer.
No, it's just a yes or no.
I'll let you know at the end of the game.
Ah, of course you will.
Did Ilk say something?
What?
Ilk? Was it elk?
I'm thinking it was either.
I said that because she always calls me during the game.
Oh.
Like every single time. Yeah, okay, so your augury stones fall. They are completely random.
Yeah.
And the wind slowly blows them. But if you'd like to insight them, you're welcome to.
Sure. 19.
So, you believe with your augury, the way you're at right now, the fact that your item does not help you, it is simply chance. The winds of chance.
Okay. Well, I think one way or the other, I think we do need to jump on the opportunity of seeing people again. Maybe we can get some answers, or maybe a little bit more insight on where Helena may have gone. Or so I think left
So
maybe
we're
our.
splitting the party.
But I want to go right.
All right, left it is.
That sounds good.
Left sounds good. But like, let's pay attention for people.
Right.
Okay, you head left.
We'll head left.
As you head down the road for about 4 hours, in the distance you see smoke rising from a village.
Oh.
Wasn't us.
Okay. Hopefully this is like a village of people and not like giant metal things.
Yeah, and maybe this time they're not all massacred before we get there.
Yeah, that would probably
Just
be
want
good.
Leave us some
Just
work.
Maybe they're just having an annual feast.
I don't think there's too much
I feel
feasting
like
in this
nobody's
area.
eating around here. I don't know, this place has a lot more
Or root
food.
vegetables at all. Stew.
How
Anything
far
could
ahead does it
happen.
look?
Yeah.
Take you about an hour to get there.
Okay. So I would say when we're like,
Justice for Trash King.
maybe it's Trash King.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it's Trash King.
Are we gonna walk right in this place, or are we gonna scope it out first?
I think we need to get closer and like listen
Yeah.
and see like how big the village is.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just
You had about 30 more minutes. You notice that the village would be made up maybe at most of 100 people.
Okay, so
But it's-
like
but it's
that's the biggest
sizable.
village
It's pretty
we've
big,
seen.
yeah.
You see from this distance, you see a small church. It looks as though this place is made entirely of wood. It sits surrounded by a very thin forest. There are no walls or ramparts up. You see that there's cattle in the fields near there. There is, even from this distance, you can kind of feel the poverty of this place. Imagine flies buzzing around. You see them buzzing around the cattle, and you notice that the wood looks rather hollow, like weak, rotted pine. But it is a full village. And even at this 30 feet, you'll see some farmers in the fields tending, but they're tall, skinny, lanky, and sullen. They look rather dejected from life.
Are there any more scarecrows?
You don't see any.
We run through the fields burning.
I guess we could just walk in.
Yeah, I say.
I'll put my hood up.
That's a good idea.
So as you walk toward the town, you do notice that several of the farmers that you'll notice in the fields, like they stop, kind of with their items, just watch you enter.
They don't say hi.
They don't see you.
Hi, neighbor.
So as we go in, I'm sort of. It's like my Guram always said: you go into a new place, you got to find where they drink. Wherever the drinking gets done, that's when you find out what's been going on. So I'm looking for a tavern or a.
You
pub or-
believe you
yeah.
would found a watering hole. This is a very Western-esque looking village.
That's how it is in my hometown. Not my home too. Everyone. I think everyone does that everywhere.
Right, you gotta go where everybody knows your name.
Let's enter the saloon.
So there's no guards or anything.
Didn't see anything.
Okay, then yeah, let's go into the little bar.
Okay, so you walk over to a small, gray-colored building. This is very like Renaissance, like medieval tavern. As you open the door, you'll see about 3 people inside. No one tending bar, but there is a bar on the side. And as you enter, a large man wearing a butcher's smock stands up. His cleaver is sitting on the table, but he leaves it. He walks over to you. His skin looks pale, almost like he's anemic. He has mutton chops, and he walks over with these sunken eyes. We don't get many visitors here. Welcome to Anathema.
I know. I will not be the one talking.
It is great to meet you. My name is Bjorn. These are my friends. We're just traveling through, looking for some provisions and guidance. We're not from around these parts.
One of the people that was sitting at the table, there you see there's some cards on the table. He stands up abruptly, the chair skirting against the wood. He throws a cloth down and walks out. Please excuse my friend. Like I said, we don't get many visitors.
Did that guy just look like a normal guy that walked out?
Yeah. It is okay. Thank you for your kindness. Do you accept gold, or do you barter here? I think we could all, we would love a round of drinks if you have them, and maybe we could sit and chat before we make our way out of the town.
He walks over to the bar, and you see the person that's sitting with him, with the last remaining person. He looks to him, and he just kind of nods. I suppose I can do with one round. He walks over and he pours some drinks.
Does he look anemic also?
Everybody you've seen looks slightly anemic.
And we're in Kef. We're still in like that sort of
The kingdom of Kef,
the
yeah.
kingdom of Kef.
Does he hand us the drinks?
Nope, he just leaves him on the bar and sits back down.
Right, so we're heading north, and we understand it could get pretty cold there. Is there somewhere here we could buy like furs or blankets to keep us warm?
We don't have that kind of shop here. I could put in a word, see if any of the women have extra winter supplies.
We don't.
Is there another town on the way? A bigger town?
Do you have a better neighbor?
Yeah, we don't want to.
Help the poor.
We don't want to take anything or trade for anything that would leave you unprepared for the cold of the winter.
Yeah, we
It's
can
not the winter we've here.
we can pay in golds and services. We have a few healers in our company that we may be able to help
What
out.
do they fear?
What do you fear here?
We are simple folk. We fear the chain. We fear the dark.
That seems normal. Has the chain been here? I'm whispering to whisper because I just like try not to make myself too noticeable here.
Has the chain been harassing you here?
We are closer to our benefactors. The chain does not dare cross to these lands.
So the leaders of Kef.
You ask a lot of questions. Drink your drink.
I drink it. What is it?
It's just bad ale.
This is
Does he want? Did he want gold or did he want?
You didn't ask.
I
Put a few
drink the
copper
drink
out
and
on
it's
the-
gross. So then I pour a little bit of my wine, here, thank you for your drink. Well, do you want to try our drinks?
No.
That's what we do. We share things.
I'll try it. The second person says. He slugs down his and hands you it. He drinks it. That's pretty good. Where'd you say you're from?
Oh, like
We're from
far
Gavra.
away. Like not this mainland.
Well,
I'm not familiar with Gabra. Is it to the west?
Yes. It's far to the west.
You come from the chain?
No. Not that far.
I mean, we ran into one of those guys. We don't want to run into them.
We've only been traveling a few days. We're not terribly far from home.
How old is the second guy that's talking to us?
40?
Okay.
A few moments later, the door opens and you see the person who had left. He doesn't re-enter, but an old woman. She has gray hair. She's wearing a Victorian-style dress, though it looks tattered and to have seen many years of wear. In some ways, she reminds you of Madame Iris, but this woman looks as though she's seen much more hardship than her, which is surprising. Mm-hmm. She walks in holding herself upright as though she has an air of aristocracy, but you know that it is simply pretend. She is still trying to show some regalia.
TikTok wants you to look for traps.
I'm gonna check the old woman for traps.
Yeah. I get your hand back. Welcome, travelers, to Anathema. My name is Mother Ethel. I am the benefactor of this small community, chosen to lead, govern, and decide. We do not get many travelers, and your presence has unsettled some of the locals. I do not wish to be unkind, but she looks as though she's trying to choose her words. You are noticeable.
Does she look anemic?
We understand that we can be intimidating to
I
the
did
small-
not say that.
Are they? Do they like? They're pale, but are they as pale as me?
No.
Okay.
We don't wish any trouble or inconvenience to your people. We're simply passing through, looking for some supplies and some guidance, and we will be on our way.
Then what can we offer you?
Well, we are looking for winter supplies, heavier clothing,
Information
towels.
on Kev.
Information. We would like to know some more about Kef, about how far and what we can expect from. We're heading towards Chinev. Is that how you say it? Chinev. Chinev. Chinev.
I can tell you that you are about 5 days' journey from the edge of the Kef border. The faster you get through our lands, the safer you will be. There is a scent upon you. One that I'm sure you cannot smell, but it is noticeable to those of us who have lived under the brow of the keep. And the Sanguinites will smell it as well.
What's that?
Are those like dog-like things?
Some.
Oh, what?
Jackal.
I'm like smell myself. What do we smell like?
Fresh.
We all have flesh.
Fresh.
Oh, fresh.
Are they the things that took your friend?
Oh, are you talking about the like animal thing? What? Why would if they?
Do they know the
What are the-
people that took your friend?
I think those are the benefactors, they call them.
Your friend was taken?
Yeah.
Then I am sorry for your loss.
I mean,
What?
she's probably fine.
Right, we're gonna go get her back. That's part of our plan.
The guy, the man in the butcher smock just kind of laughs underneath his breath, but she glares at him. That is the scent that they will smell. Your hope.
I thought it was fresh.
So, like, don't be hopeful.
I believe it's more of a metaphor. There's some ignorance on us.
I would say you both can say anything intelligent, just you don't need to say anything at all.
The village of Chenev, is that under the control of Kef? Is that in the kingdom of Kef? Or is
Not
that beyond
yet.
the borders? I see.
Can someone, like, are these people protecting you? Like, are they good people?
That is a matter of opinion, but we are safe.
From
So
the
why
chain.
why is our friend not?
She was chosen gloriously
For what?
to become part of the solution.
We don't know
Like,
anything about.
do you know what that means?
I think it would be best if you would continue on your journey.
I feel like people don't want to tell us things. Or they don't really know.
I think we're not really welcome here.
I haven't felt welcome anywhere we've gone in a while. So, that's nothing new.
We should heed the advice, and we will be on our way.
Is there anything that you guys need?
Nothing that you'd be willing to give us willingly.
Well, why don't you try? Try us.
Your blood.
Why do you want? For what?
They're benefactors.
The blood sorcerers.
I think we should keep our blood and
But
thank you.
Do you need it for you?
She just smiles.
May I see your hand?
I think we should leave. I think we should go. I know this doesn't freak you out here, but I'm nervous.
What does she do when I put my hand out to her?
She doesn't. She just looks at you. She's not gonna give you her hand.
You know the next time your benefactors come to town?
They surprise us with their visits.
Everybody's being scared, not getting anything.
It should be some time, though.
Soon?
No,
Sometime isn't a long time.
the solstice just happened. We are not due for at least another moon.
Do for what?
Tribute.
We are not from here, and we're just trying to learn about your culture. So excuse us for not knowing everything.
I think they are the tribute.
Like your people who sacrifice people to the sea god
Yes.
thing.
But obviously, it has to do with.
You are
blood.
not from Tyve. I can tell. This is the way that it works. People are willing.
Everywhere. Did you?
Does anyone have a
this
passive
where-
perception above 14?
17.
Above 14.
You start to notice quite a crowd gathering outside the building.
Oh. I can deal with them.
Guys, I think we should probably move along. We're attracting a little too much attention here, and I kind of gesture out the window.
Do any of them look like strong or dangerous?
No, but there's a lot of them.
There's Big Mike out there.
I would like to thank you for your time and your hospitality. We will very quickly make our way out of your town.
We don't want to kill another town.
Thank you. and may your journey be blessed.
Can you give blood?
I'm going to.
I mean, I think any of us could.
The
give
couple
blood.
of people who are trying to linger, I'm gonna start to usher from our party. I'm gonna start like pushing us out the door.
As we're going out the door, I'm just saying to I'm like, do you think they want our blood like they need it, or do you think they want to give our blood to those guys?
I mean, if we
What
give our
if we,
blood to them
what if
now,
we
it'll go
give our
stale.
blood for goats?
I don't think they want necessarily our blood as much as the container that holds it, so they can give it all over at the same time.
Well, then they'll have to give one of their
We
own.
should wait to have further conversations until we are out of this town.
But we can get their goats.
We don't need goats.
So as you walk out, you notice that there's probably 30 people standing outside, and they're all just like watching you. But Mother Ethel comes out with you. We are bidding our friends fair journey on to the next village.
I want to scan the crowd and just see like if anyone like do they all look pale? Does anyone look different?
You notice a couple of girls with these like red like marks kind of like cut into their faces. They look rather pretty, but the marks are slightly occult and strange.
How like with
I flash thieves' can't.
No one responds.
Okay.
I wonder if that means they've been marked for tribute.
Marks is in like scarification or like paint or.
Looks like wounds.
Okay.
Like cuts that look as though they are like runes.
Gotcha. Do I recognize
read it?
anything
It
about
must be
these
like the style,
runes that
yeah.
might be?
can you see if there's magic here?
Are you casting a spell in front of the people?
Well, we're like
I'm not.
surrounding Normandy, so I don't know what he has to do for that spell. Like it could just be verbal.
How close are we to all of them?
They're
We're
surrounding
in
you
the
on all
midst of
sides.
them. We're trying
And the
to-
What does that spell take?
verbal.
Verbal?
One action plus concentration. Up to
No, what are
seven.
The
components?
components.
verbal slash
Man,
what semantic?
then no.
Ixnay on the Elspay.
I mean, it's just like I'm diddling in my book.
Diddling.
Doodling my book.
Let's go. You guys,
Yeah,
I feel like we're
Right there.
We're going.
You exit the town.
how far?
Okay.
How far does that spell work?
30 feet.
As we're walking out, Normandy, just go in front of me and just do it real quick. Hide you.
I guess my spells.
So as we're walking out, like kind of shielding him so people aren't really watching what he's.
Stealth check.
Yeah. Hey. I have pretty good stuff too. 18.
Okay.
Oh. That means I made it. Already.
Well,
You don't know.
You don't know, but
what did you
All right.
cast?
Detect
Fireball.
magic for the duration you
It's
send
fireball.
just on us.
You don't
for-
detect any magic.
No magic. These people are inept.
Inept.
As you're about, I would say, 50 feet outside the town slowly goes back to its normal thing, and Silas will actually walk up. I need to ask you a question. Do you just want to get us all in danger?
to me,
Yeah.
no, I want to get us answers.
Obviously, she wasn't selling.
Yeah, and none of you are like doing anything to get any answers. Information's like the most important thing when you have something, a goal to achieve.
Can't even right now. He walks away from you.
So did we walk through the town?
And the road continues.
Door continues.
Okay.
Nice.
That was pointless.
Right, go try that new drink.
It was gross.
Not the acquired taste.
Probably.
Like light beer.
Did we ever find out what that fire was?
Oh, just smoke, right?
Oh,
From the
it's just smoke?
chimneys, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just chimneys. But they're farming. I mean, this is...
We didn't burn the town down. I believe we are evolving.
That's two.
That's true.
That's, well,
The other one already had the windmill full of
I don't
bodies,
think that
so there
would
wasn't
count.
much we could
We
do.
did not burn it.
No, we didn't. But it
We
did
thought
burn.
about it.
It did burn though.
It did.
But not
windmill
because of us.
I mean,
What time of
we
day
did
is it
burn
now,
that
Dustin?
force
I'm
down.
gonna say 2 o'clock.
Okay.
I say we
And
continue
that
the next
shit.
6 hours.
Okay. You travel until about 6 o'clock. It starts to become twilight, and in the distance, you notice that there are 3 towns now, but the road is starting to turn back toward the original path. Directly in front of you, sitting on a small hill with just a couple of dead trees on the same hill, you notice a one-steeple church, and there are candles lit inside of the windows, and a small group of about 4 people in black are heading toward the church. You are still on the road. You've crossed a couple of wagons carrying wheats and goods. They are pulled by sick-looking horses. You've also seen several wagons that look like coroner wagons, but you've not seen a grave site.
And we're now 4 hours away from where we just.
Correct.
None of these carriages are being driven by a man in black.
I mean, some of them are.
So what you said we see 3 towns. Are they along the road? Or
Nope,
would
they're just dispersed. I mean, yeah, the road kind of branches out like a tree, but the main path it'll go back toward the path that you
so
separated
we would be
from.
going out of the way to go to any of the.
Except for the
towns.
church. The church is just a small up a hill.
Well, we should check that.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can,
yeah.
I'm sure some of the local villages maybe come to this place, and maybe they'll know if any of these villages may be able to help us.
Let's go meet the Singo Mancers.
Father Brown.
Okay. So you're heading up toward the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks that way.
All of you.
Yeah.
Perfect. You head on up to the church. The twilight sets in, and as you near, I'm going to say you're about 100 feet away from the church. Everyone has gone in. You begin to hear the low hum of singing. They are singing in Sylvan.
Oh my.
I don't
I
speak
speak
that.
Sylvan.
I'm sorry, elf.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
So the song is
Edenari?
I still would have
no,
been good.
it's low elf.
Sorry.
I speak Elvish.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
low elf.
Yeah, I do too.
So you're not hearing nothing. Basically, the pale skin of beauty and grace we give to thee for your gifts.
I don't think we should interrupt their ceremony, right?
Absolutely.
But we should
not.
definitely see what it is.
Peek through a window.
Because they're singing in a dialect of not exactly my language, but it's closer to Helena's language.
Something I studied in the libraries.
I can sneak forward to peek in the window.
Sure. Stealth, please.
I'm prepared to message you.
19?
Perfect. So you stealth on well. You start to look in the window. There's no glass in these windows. They're
Oh,
bare.
okay.
So that's why you can hear the song wafting through the night air. In the center, you see a young girl of about 16 years old. She's in a beautiful red dress, and all around her are these pots filled with blood. You see that she is in the center of the room with a pentagram drawn on these runic marks, and she's sitting up, and her wrists are cut, but they're not fully cut. Mm-hmm. It's like they're leaching. So you see blood flowing down her wrists down into the floor, which is kind of creating that mural. And the people are dancing around her. You see a widespread of food, and as you are near, you hear that while they're singing the beauty of youth that we give to thee, you hear an undertone of some of these older, they're wearing hoods in the back and they're leaning forward. We give to you the lifeless blood, so your gifts you'll grant to us.
So I will come back.
How is that? I'll message to you
Yeah. I sneak away and tell them, look, all right, look. Oh, they've got a girl in there, maybe 16, and they're bleeding her dry while they're singing and chanting. And I don't speak the language. I don't know what they were saying, but I just saw blood. coming from the girl. She didn't seem like she was being forced or something. There were no chains or.
Was she dying, or was she just like giving some blood?
Did she have
I mean, if it goes all night, she'll die. But
Right. I mean, it did look fun. I wouldn't.
Did she have face scarring?
Did you have face scarring?
no.
No, it was cut. But she was dressed up. It looked like,
they-
and there was food. They were all
Were
like
they-
a potluck.
Was it all the same, like people, like
Bake sale.
like all like pale-looking humans?
You know, there was these other blokes that had like cloaks. I couldn't see their faces. They seemed like really serious chaps. I didn't like the look of them.
Well, we need to sneak around the church, make our way as quickly and quietly away from here.
We could go save her.
Well, she didn't really seem like she needed save. I mean, she didn't look like she was there against her will.
I did want to save her. I'm just
Alright,
ready
right.
to offer an option. It seems like something you don't like rush.
Torin,
to.
have you heard of this?
We cannot draw more
guessing-
attention to ourselves.
This isn't. Yeah.
We have to get out. We have to get out of this kingdom.
Would you like to do an insight for me?
Sure. Ten.
No, I'm not sure.
Your grandma always said, "Don't go sticking your nose in other people's business unless you want them sticking theirs in yours." This seems like somebody else's business.
Exactly.
There was something he said that stuck with you, but you don't know what with the 10.
Okay.
Sticking a nose.
You could probably tell if she were dying, right?
I have to touch her. I was trying to touch that other woman, and you guys were like, "Leave here."
You just grabbed her.
I was about to trip, but I was like, "Oh, you guys are getting very mad at me."
Oh no, I'm falling.
Oh no, I've fallen into you.
I could probably blend in if they're
Technique.
wearing black cloaks.
I don't like it. Did I see any weapons?
No, you didn't.
How?
Maybe you would assume some people might have some daggers,
Yeah.
but like you didn't see, like they're not armed.
Nobody's wearing swords. Or...
No.
Okay.
What's the size of
How many people?
Let's say 20.
Okay.
Like,
And how many of the
Whisper,
old? How many of the older?
if I put
Three.
my cloak
Three.
up, do I look like the people?
I mean, kind of, but you would have to like walk in.
Do you know that not every mystery needs to be solved?
No.
No.
Some people are
we don't
just
have a
meant
lot of
for
mys-
sacrifice.
We don't have a lot of mysteries.
Well,
in my
Unfortunately.
I don't really care about that. I just want to know, like, why.
Veer. The only people that
Be-
the chain
for the chain.
are afraid of are the leaders of Keth.
Yeah,
And we
and
were-
they're the people who have Helena, and we need to learn more about them.
We're going to go talk to the dead people.
Thanks, Aaron.
I'm just saying we made a decision as a group. We voted, we talked about it. We don't need to go save the blood
I'm
sacrifice.
not trying to save this girl.
Then let's just leave her to her own devices.
I just feel like you guys don't care about information.
There is a time and there is a place, and right now it is neither.
Well, let's hope we don't get caught.
It's at 6:00, right?
What looks like the safest route around the church?
You just would go back to the road.
Oh, so this is off the road,
Just
back
a
to the
little bit off
road.
the road.
Up on a
Keep
hill.
going.
Like, we just keep walking.
I say we go back to the road.
Do we want to maybe go somewhere between one of the villages and the road? Head towards like maybe the largest village in the morning?
I need a goat.
Right, exactly. So we can
I am not
we can
properly prepared.
yeah, it's getting pretty close to night, to dinner time. We can pick a spot somewhere to make camp for the night.
Somewhere
Head
where
towards
we can
well-
see the people leaving this church.
Sure.
Do you want to just maybe go to each of the villages, see which one has the best restaurant, and we'll convene?
I don't know,
When we-
Aaron. What do you want to do?
Just like the biggest.
When we reach, I can never say it, Chenev, we will still have several weeks of travel before we...
Honestly, Chenev sounds nice. I thought it's Chichnev.
I thought
Chichnev?
it was T. Chenev.
It's probably one of those.
Something like that.
What if it has coats and things?
It will, and there's going to be several weeks still before, or a week or two before we reach sub-zero temperature.
We could knit one. We just need some yarn.
Or just buy it there is what you're saying. Buy them at Chichnev.
Are any of these towns like? How far off the road are all of them?
I mean, you're gonna probably go to about an hour to get to the nearest one, 2 hours to get to the next one.
Okay.
But you're gonna go in the opposite direction, of going back to the north.
Oh, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I think we stay on the path because you're right. I think it's
But-
better to buy our supplies.
And then we just set up camp.
We're closer to the
like,
glacier.
right
we'll
here.
need, but we'll need
Somewhere.
a watch. I mean, if we know there are people around,
Yeah. Well,
and try and
I
be
watch
high-
every
try
night.
and- It's right. Okay. So I guess we're gonna move 2 hours away from this church.
No, but we want to be able to see the church.
You want to stay inside of the church.
So half an hour.
Okay.
I don't want to stay inside of the church. Let's get the hell out of here.
I don't want to be anywhere near the sacrifices. This is why I left my town.
Well, now we don't know if it's a
My home.
sacrifice.
She has blood dripping from her. What else is it?
Very little bit of blood.
Yeah. It's like,
I like all my blood.
It could be
My
like
people.
We only have Whisper's description. I imagined her hanging up as they are draining her into a funnel. Is that what you saw, Whisper?
I heard
More or
blood.
less. It was,
More or
that-
less.
this
See?
was the gist.
It's horrifying.
I mean, they could be leaving now.
are they?
I heard blood butts.
Yeah.
What does that?
Or what if one of the people here who can speak that language go up to the window and maybe just listen to see what they're saying?
Like a cauldron.
Is that a good middle?
How is that?
I
not
will
the
if you want me to.
I could go as well.
It is.
I have been.
You want
around
to sneak
too
up
many-
to
You
the
can
window?
sneak. Can
You're
you
not a good
sneak?
sneaker.
I'm not, but I can speak the language.
Yeah, so can I. But like,
Exactly.
Can you
You're
sneak?
gonna
Are you willing to?
Everybody.
She wants.
I can.
We need
wanna-
to move a safe distance away from these villages.
Yeah, we could go out of sight, and Veer, you could always sneak back and message us.
You could save her on your own.
I don't want to save her. You understand that?
She just wants to
I
learn.
just want to know what's happening.
All right, let's vote. Let's leave.
Leave.
Let's leave.
We go.
Yeah, so you head away.
Okay.
Unless the two of you want to stay by yourselves.
No.
I just wanted to look in the window, but I'm good.
Okay, so you
Let's
guys
have Ned sneak up.
you head away for about 2 hours on the road down, and start to set up camp. As you are heading off the beaten path, there's no woods or anything on this direction. There's some small hills, but you do hear galloping, pretty rugged galloping coming from the road a little further to the north. So to the north, it's
Like
coming
coming
around.
towards us?
Yeah,
But not the direction we were coming from.
not the direction you're coming from. Going toward that direction.
Okay, and there's no way we can hide because we're not.
I mean, if you went around some of the hills and stuff, you could hide. Like,
I say, yeah. Let's
Well,
just
in our
go,
hut
like,
is
sit-
invisible.
Yeah, but it takes me a good 10 minutes to cast it,
Let's just go all sit against that hill where
or
we're
a minute
not
if I
gonna be
want to use
noticed.
a spell
Now, if we
slot.
went to the church,
Yeah, we're gonna get off the road and see if we
Kind
can.
of go like on the side of the hill to where.
stealth checks, please. You're hiding.
Oh god.
Believe in yourselves, everyone.
We will take there's 6 of you, we'll take the third highest roll.
Okay, 18.
13.
10.
11,
7.
12.
12 is the roll.
Wow.
All right. So they are going to roll at disadvantage because this is their passive perception. Okay. So you hide.
Okay. We're hidden.
As you are standing on the hill, you notice 2 very large, strong black horses ride up like nightmares.
And they don't look sick.
They do not look sick. You also notice that riding atop these horses are 2 what look like knights in silver armor wearing dark red capes.
Ooh.
It seems similar to visions you've had in the past. They have an aura of, like, you notice red accents underneath the silverish black armor that they're wearing, and they come riding with white, silvery hair blowing against the darkness of the sky. As they ride, the horse neighs up, and he bucks up, and one of them looks and just smells out into the night air, and then continues forward.
It's pretty
Where do
smell
you
of our hope.
recognize them from, Torin?
They were They were just part of the blood sorcerers group, right?
And they're heading in the direction of the church.
They're heading in the direction of the church.
I bet they're picking up that.
I bet you that there would have been a lot of insight in that church.
We could have probably
On
added
how
some.
to save
We
Helena.
could have added some blood too. Right. So your heart can be invisible, right?
It like camouflages.
It'll camouflage. It won't turn invisible, but
Get it going.
yeah, sounds good. All right. While everybody is huddled up and kind of just hiding there, I'll start casting my tiny hut.
You cast Tiny Hut.
Do you have black armor or silver armor?
Silverish black with red.
Capes.
Right. After I cast my tiny hut, I'm also going to, like I have been doing most nights, cast Ascending and just try to reach out to Helena again and see if she.
Helena, God roll.
Thorin is your god.
Poor God.
Could you use your sending your those stones you cast? What could I mean? Via really seems to think we should be talking to these blokes. Like, what if he asked this?
I just
What if
think
you
that we
sent the
should have been like
stones?
spying on them.
It would tell us it was like Wheel of Woe if like we got involved with these like blood sorcerer.
I mean, I can. It'll only give us insight as to whether or not something is a good decision, maybe in the next half hour or so.
Oh, right.
So if I cast it like, should we follow them? It just tells us how it'll end up if we follow them for a half
You guys all
hour.
think that we know enough about the blood sorcerers.
It's
There's
very,
nothing else to learn about them.
it's very similar to the way our elders would read tea leaves.
I could see it.
I knew a toy shop maker once. He had this bowl, and if you shook it and you asked it questions, it would give you answers. It's what it feels like to me.
Maybe not.
Who knows?
Curious.
Seems unlikely.
Just a question mark.
Okay, so you guys
Ask
are all
again.
gonna go to sleep, but is there like a I should wake you up if what happens?
If the nights stop.
I'd say. I mean, if
I
anything,
can't wake you up.
right? Yeah, you can't wake me up.
So let them sleep.
Okay.
Or you just wake us up if you need us.
Wake us up before you go.
Okay. Okay.
I like that.
Heading to bed?
Yeah.
D100, please.
I'm not really. Whose turn is it this time?
I'll do it. I haven't done it in a while. Yeah. You ready for an eventful night?
You got it.
Yes, sir.
45.
Okay. Hey, 45%. That's enough.
Uh-oh. The music changed.
That's less than 46. Jumper catch.
That sounds like not terrible music. Maybe it is.
You each go to bed. In the middle of the night, Torin, you find yourself on a windswept plateau overlooking a shadowed land of light and dark and a dripping golden tree. Directly in front of you are 3 statues.
How do they look?
The question that I have is, can you remember, was it 3 or 4?
It was
It's
4.
4.
You see 3.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Ah, shit. Okay.
In the center of the 3 statues is a scepter that just kind of shaking, and cracks are going down the 3 other statues.
Been waiting for this.
As you are looking out over the landscape in the distance beyond the golden tree dripping its light in the darkness, red flashes of lightning strike against the black sky above it, and you get this chill that runs down as it's the same looking darkness you saw as you were warped away from the chained city. You are beginning to see things. Torin. You don't see anything, but the voice echoes all around you. Are you remembering who you are? Who we are?
Starting to. It's getting there. Still have a lot of questions.
I asked your friends questions, one by one. They are confused, Torin. They do not know why they are traveling so far into the darkness of your people, our people. Guide them, Torin. Guide them with your light, the light of the Fae, lest it be extinguished forever. But be careful. Time is not on your side. And as you look down, the same cracks on the statues are forming along you. And as they break, you wake up in the morning.
I'm sorry, that thing was, what is that? What voice is that? Who is that? The one that's talked to all of us.
Yeah, so far as I know, it's Sethis.
It just said this? Is it? We don't know. Okay.
Can I get an insight on that voice?
Sure.
Does it feel like my god?
Should I have repeated that?
11.
Whatever you'd like it to be.
Yep.
Your choice.
Did anyone go by throughout the night?
You did notice the knights run by in
Came
the
back.
night. Yep. They were carrying a wagon.
I was about to say, were they hauling anything?
It was the same type of box that you've seen in the other wagons, but this one was being carried by them.
And they're taking it east?
They're taking it north, but you're not sure.
Okay.
You're not sure if the roads wrap back around.
Gotcha.
Because
Probably
technically,
Kef,
if you look at the map, the road to Kef is actually at the big intersection of
Right.
Chishnev.
And that's where Chichnev is, okay. That intersection there.
Tenochtitlan.
Chichen Itza.
South America.
Says the knights went back with a wagon and a box.
Texas, Trevor.
That's all that happened.
Okay.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
None of you guys care.
No, I think we all know what was in the box.
Well, could have been a lot of things.
Have we not put the pieces together yet? Do we need to say the quiet things out loud?
No.
Okay. Yes?
I mean, I don't know. Do we know what we're talking about?
Obviously, the leaders of Kef used some blood magic, and these normal humans here that live in these villages have to pay their penance with their blood.
I think it's actually a hopeful sign that they took Alina rather than just like bled her out right there. Right? It's different. They took her alive. You saw her go
They were
alive, so-
very keen on speaking with her
Yeah.
and not using.
They were just very interested in her heritage.
Maybe
it
they're
seemed.
tired of being given stale blood.
They were very interested in her heritage because it seemed like whatever these blood sorcerers are, they were very close to. They had similar features, racial features, as Helena.
Well, and that language they were speaking sounded kind of like what you said. You could understand it. So it's all like related.
Yeah.
So the old lady at the village yesterday, probably.
It's probably one of Helena's people from her super special homeland that never does anything wrong, and then they became blood sorcerers.
The marquis at the old village might not have even been allowed to have let us go. And she advised us to get out of the kingdom as quickly as possible.
And they were all human in that village, yeah.
Maybe she was doing us a favor.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
for all
I
we
think
know,
we should heed that warning.
yeah, the blood sorcerers could know that there's a group of strangers traveling through who are looking for her friend. Their friend at this point.
Well, they thought you guys were dead.
Right. exactly. And now they're getting word from these villagers.
Oh, you think they're all ratting us out?
What?
Possibly.
I did kind of mention that, didn't I?
Oh,
You're right.
these sorcerers seem to be very intelligent.
Intuitive.
Intelligent.
Interesting.
Smart.
Intelligent.
You see,
I've not
Perhaps-
found magic users to be that.
there's a lot of us here.
The hem of his cloak catches on fire.
I think that if they wanted to find us, they would have. Perhaps your friend has helped you.
I certainly hope so.
I not don't want to kick a woman while she's down, but we don't know if Helena's tight-lipped. We don't know that. I like to think that she is, but
Or maybe she gave up information that she didn't know she had given up, or they have ways of forcing her to.
exactly.
Maybe she killed
Or
them.
maybe she's dead.
I mean, she would probably tell them anything.
I hope
if it
not.
if it could help her, like, get ahead.
Find her brother.
He's
he's dead, right?
he's gotta be dead.
Let's not all go around thinking people are dead. We smell like hope, remember?
Well,
Smell the hope.
That's false. That's false hope. And she's just like,
We're like the hope seekers.
Intermission.
please.
That's a game.
And that's right. We're done.
but if they promised to get her
been a good
closer to the light or something, she probably would have told them anything.
I want to get to Dreg'Damor.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Yeah,
just
we're
so
making
far
progress. Every journey is a step.
We need to move.
I mean, yeah, let's
So we're pack up.
go.
Okay, you continue.
I'm paying attention every time you make and take that tent down.
Okay. When I go down, I literally just walk out of the bubble, and the moment I leave, its radius, it just pops out of existence.
Well, do you remember when I used to be able to make light with my hands? I loved that.
I felt powerful.
Man, how cool
really
would
needs
it
to
be
come
if we
back.
got
Oh, I
down
know.
the dark scale and what could you do?
Right?
So as you head forward, you'll travel about half the day, and you'll reach where you believe the three roads reconvene, not knowing where the other two led. As you continue forward, you travel the entire rest of the day and come across no other villages and nobody even comes in by on the wagon on the road. As night falls once again, you've traveled now 5 days on your 8-day journey to Chichnev. At night, I'm going to need you to roll and you to roll. Go ahead.
What are they rolling?
100.
D100s.
Oh.
59.
$75.
Well,
Okay. You head off the path. Here you are in a small clearing. There are you're a small forest has popped up. Forests are interdispersed along the mountains, and as you walk into the forest to set up camp, you will see someone come walking out of the forest. This figure approaches very quickly toward the center of the group as you're kind of all just setting up camp. She just moved right into the center of camp, unafraid, unabashedly. She looks quite beautiful. She has a earring that goes from her nose to her ear. Her skin is a very pale light blue, but not Vayan. She looks as though she shimmers with a kind of moonlight, almost like your friend from Scarsden. And as she walks into camp, she looks at each of you, and she pulls out this long, slender blade that shines like moonlight. She just moves it around.
Does she look elven?
She does. And as you each kind of like start to turn as though you're getting ready, she points to each one of you. You are different. She sees her blade. An intermission. Welcome back, everybody, to Roll Seekers and the Legend of Nabell. We're a group of local gamers just like you, roleplay for your enjoyment. This is the end of intermission. I'm supposed to do this. So, what's up, Technomancer?
I don't have any sound. There we go.
Perfect. So, we've got, we're just coming back. I'm actually going to jump back into the game. So that would be awesome. Before I do, I should always mention, please watch our show on rollseekers.com. You can find all of the episodes there. We love that you are joining us tonight, but we play Dungeons and Dragons for our own enjoyment, and we hope that you enjoy it with us. So, I'm gonna go ahead and jump back in. You just saw a character. This woman, this luminous elf has approached. She pulls out this shining moonlit blade, swirls it around the group, infiltrating your camp almost unseen, and then says, "You're different," as she appears to sheathe her blade. What do you do?
Well, right away, I'll pull out my my hammer when I see her blade out, and I'll just kind of hold it there.
Right, who are you? What do you mean? Who are you?
You're different too.
Thank you. You're not safe.
I think we've gathered that.
From who?
From the blood sorcerers of Kef.
And who?
Can you help
who
us
are
get
you?
our friend back from them?
I fear your friend may have crossed beyond a path that even we cannot tread. But I can help you.
Can you know who we're talking about?
She looks fair as light.
Yep.
How do you know that? Who are you? And are you going to help us?
Perhaps.
Why?
What do you mean she crossed over a path?
Come with me. And she walks out of camp, ignoring you,
I will
into the
follow her.
woods.
I'll follow.
I always follow.
All right, let me pick up my things. Hold on. Let's go.
Come on.
Aaron comes back from behind a bush. What I miss?
You're going to be very excited.
There's a lady.
Oh. One of the blood.
No.
You have headed into the woods right after her. She walks, and as you see her continue to walk, she lifts her blade up and slices down in the middle of two trees, and it almost like a curtain, and just kind of peels back. Whoa! And she walks through.
I mean,
I'll go.
I like almost jog. That's very intriguing to me.
this could be a trap.
She knows where Helena is.
Right, she knew that.
So do the blood sorcerers of Kef. And we're in
Okay, but
Kef.
like, she still looks different.
I go in.
I mean, I
Yeah, I take a really good look at specifically where we are, and then I'll go through.
Dispel magic.
what's it look like when we walk in?
Is everyone walking in, or is?
Yeah.
Come on, Normandy.
Ned and Silas kind of look at each other before they step through the curtain. Okay, cool. That was easier than I thought. Initiative.
I was right.
And Orb of
I've
Annihilation.
been dying to do something.
Uh-oh. Philly, you. No. Oh, that's pretty.
It's pretty.
That's pretty. No.
It's too gentle.
I win. Oh, God.
I was so thrilled when I found that song out in the wild. So watching it with Eli, and I started hitting him. He's like, "What?" I'm like, "It's a song." He's like, "What are you talking about?"
I love that movie.
Yeah, it
The
was pretty
witch,
good.
right?
The witch. The witch.
That witch.
It's got the girl from Queen's Gambit in it. It's crazy. So you walk through the curtain. As you literally walk through the space between the trees, you find yourself in a literal parting of the veil. In the distance, this land of starry skies that are interspersed with these. It's almost like the sky doesn't look quite real. You see clouds moving across it. You see a moon that looks slightly like the sun burning in the distance, but it's casting a purple hue over the land. The first thing that you notice before anyone else is way in the distance, like leagues and leagues beyond. You notice the silhouette of the same tree that you have just seen from your night's dream, but this one is silver, and it is dripping silver.
Lena would love this place.
Too bad
Ah!
she didn't get saved.
All around you, you see silver trees glowing dimly under the moonlight, and in the distance, you notice made of thin metal, these small houses with almost like firefly lights dancing in the distance with these little bulbs of light kind of floating in the air. A small elven village. As you walk through, the woman turns abruptly to her jewelry sparkling in this luminous area. For the people who have lived in Tyve their whole lives, seeing a sky without clouds is pretty jaw-dropping, even though it is still dark and there are no stars in the sky. So if I said that, there's no stars, but you just see kind of this gradient of purple and dark blues in the sky.
And we see the moon, right?
You see what looks like
Yeah.
a moon.
People dancing in moonlight.
She turns abruptly to you. Before we continue, I ask that you allow me to talk on your behalf, and there will be time to answer questions. Do not wander beyond the fairy lights. At the edge of this valley, you see that there are lights lit along the forest trees. You will not like what you find in the darkness of the forest. This place is a gift, and we tread it carefully. Welcome to the Valley of Infalas, the Shadowlands.
So, Whisper is.
This place can't be real. I've never seen any place like it. That's the sky? That's the sky?
Yeah, Aaron also looks up and he just kind of,
You've
he's just
really
dumbstruck.
Never seen the sky.
It's Tyve, it's clouds.
Yeah, I guess I just never really thought about that.
It's almost unbelievable.
Right, you've never seen
It
it either,
look,
right?
Does it look?
No.
I haven't.
Is there anything that's reminiscent of the Undying Lands?
It's dark.
No.
And those of you who have seen the sky, you do believe that this is illusory.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
could- I
Even
mean-
though I think that, I'm not gonna like ruin the
No,
moment.
but
Yeah, I don't have the sophistication.
you've never seen the sky.
No.
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Are we still on Tyve or are we somewhere else?
Yes and no. Imagine that you are between two places, sitting, teetering on the edge of a knife. She points back to where you've come, and as she pulls her hand down, the curtain that she peeled like reconnects, and it's seamless. It looks as though you could walk through it again, almost like she cut a hole in reality. This is a place gifted to us long ago by our ancestors, and it has kept us safe for millennia. Come, there's much to discuss.
I think we all just shut up and follow.
As she leads you into this small city, it's not like it's crowded. There's space. People have lived here. Imagine that it would be like a valley between mountains, but the edge of the mountains are where those firelights are. So you could walk for quite a ways without running to the edge of this place. There is a small pond with water flowing into it. But as you head into the center of this small town, this village per se, you'll see about, I'm going to say, no more than 1,000 people. But they lead you directly into one of the larger buildings. It is very Rivendell-esque. And sitting in the center, you'll notice that there are several older of these looking elves. But you also see a few people that look out of place. You see a husband and wife, humans, that are holding each other's hands.
Aww, I know, it's Henry.
And as Elendra brings you further in, one of the older elves stands up. You bring outsiders to us. Elendra nods. I sense something upon them. I could smell it upon the air. I figured that you'd want to see. You are not allowed to bring outsiders into this hidden sanctum. She bows low. If you cannot sense it, then use your eyes. And she points over at Torin.
I'll take just like a handkerchief out of my pocket and I'll wipe off the makeup that I have.
You see his mouth begin to move, but he can't find the word. You cannot be.
There are a lot of things that can't be anymore. Somehow they still are.
4 other of the elder Edenari stand and bow. We are convened. I will see the elder council in private. Follow me. They lead you into inner sanctums of this kingdom. As you walk in, you see lined on the walls, murals and tapestries of a history that you don't quite understand. In the center of the floor, etched in gold, you see what looks like a star with many different points. And there are chairs lining the circular wall where each of about 6 elders sit, with you standing in the middle. Elendra comes in with you. She bows low. Friends, this is my father, Ylvis. I don't want to mispronounce the name. Yep, had the notes up the whole game, but why not? Why shouldn't they not load right this second?
Because you need them.
Yeah, for real.
You give him as good a time as any.
Yes, sir.
I got 2 wolves.
He's the head of the council.
That is funny.
You'll have to forgive me
I tried.
if
That is
this
good.
needs to be changed later, but it is Ylvis Eleutheras. Pretty sure that's what it is. Eleutheras. Ellutheras. Eleutheras.
My life for spelling.
Eleutheras. Eleutheras.
Should have stuck with physics.
And it's Ildris.
Ylvis.
Ylvis.
Ylvis. Ylvis.
I'm getting.
Yeah, that is the best. I thought it sounded familiar, but I was just like, I couldn't think of it.
I'm getting very much like Night Elves from World of Warcraft 5.
No, I don't know what that IP
You're a
is.
nerd.
No.
Not familiar.
Oh yeah, and this is like the What's their
the
secret place?
moon
With the
glade or something. Moon glade. I can't remember.
Moon Day.
It's like, no.
with like all the purple.
This isn't.
Yeah, the purples and the
grass
blues.
and-
Yeah.
Anyway, no concept.
What are you waiting on?
When, you guys?
We're
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're all just listening.
Dave, stop.
Oh, we were told to shut up. What was the last thing you said?
We were told not to speak.
Right. What was she just introduced us basically?
She looks at you and says, "This is my father, Ylvis."
Oh.
And then points over to him.
I bow.
I'll bow to.
Yeah.
I'll still make scroll.
We I guess we can tell you a little bit about us. We recently had a friend that was taken by the blood sorcerers, and we're trying to basically just get her back. Your daughter here just happened upon us while we were in the woods, brought us here. So I wondering if you might be able to help us out somehow.
Where is your friend now?
We're not sure. She was taken by the dude whose name Arcurus.
She was taken by the Lord of the Blood Keep.
To our understanding, yes.
Then our objectives are aligned, though hopeless. Arcurus is invincible, for lack of a better term to describe it. Where he should have been snuffed out ages ago, he lives on, undying, ageless, eternal, and voracious. That you stand before me now means that the tides of Tyve are changing, that the currents that surround our great land have begun to ebb and flow with the coming tides. We are a people spared from annihilation by love. We should not exist, for what cannot be cannot sire what is. Yet here we stand, a testament to that which could not be snuffed out.
It's like you, Dor.
Yeah, it sounds like our stories are fairly similar then.
Right, and we can't leave her to die with those people. We've got to try.
Yeah, she looks kind of like you.
Well, we were brought here for a reason. Is there something we can help you with?
Ah!
That scared the crap out of me.
You will not have hiccups.
No one
Didn't
has
work.
hiccups.
That'll be our next TikTok short.
But can you intensify
3
the
seconds.
sound of his hiccups?
Yeah, it's called
Echo,
funk.
echo.
Yeah, just up the game. I'm sorry, I missed your question.
Is there something we can help you with? We were brought here for a reason, I'm sure. Is there something we can tell you, or information that you would like, or something we can help you with?
We're trying to get to Dreg'Damor.
Dreg'Damor.
But maybe
The
help us.
the plateaus,
instead.
the
Right.
Vagnamar Plateaus.
Yeah, but maybe we don't need that information if they have better information.
Possibly.
Drink upside down.
That's why we can't have nice things, Trevor.
I know.
I feel like Dustin can't concentrate.
So we have to.
I literally can't.
All right,
Three more
and
kids.
game. All right. Sale 2 weeks
It's like
from
the
now.
third time we were just like, we're golden.
Trevor, this is scary. 3 more kids. Triplets.
Quintuplets. Okay.
10 of them.
You gotta ask again. Sorry. No idea.
What can we do for you?
You brought us here for a reason.
Yeah.
Can we help you? Why?
I believe you have been brought here simply because I needed to see that you existed. My people have been at war with the Blood Keepers for as long as I can remember. While we wish to leave this place, we are trapped. These Shadowlands are a refuge, yes, but they are also our prison. For as we leave this place, we are not protected. We are vulnerable to the dangers of Tyve. Yet here in this bastion of hallowed light, we are safe, eternal.
You act like I chose this.
What, well then I guess, is there anything you can tell us about the Blood Sorcerers that would help us get our friend back?
Yeah,
Or is-
and our goals are aligned, so like, can we help each other?
right.
I scratch your back, you scratch our backs.
We do not know how to defeat Acurus. He has existed since time immemorial. We know very little of him other than that he gains power through the sanguine arts. His people lie all across Kef. And while they keep the chain at bay, they enslave those in his macabre, occult nature. He has several names, and those that follow him are called his sanguinites. Long ago, he was known as the Crimson Knight, the Blood Keeper. Why, we are unsure, though rumors persist that he is not originally from Tyve, but sailed across dark shores long ago from the far, far north. Here he found a bastion of fear that he was able to feast upon.
Is how do I say this? So he's like imprisoning people, but so is the chain. So is he worse?
He at least has restraint, while the chain is suffocating.
So if he is gone, will the chain just take over?
I do not know the answer to your hypothetical.
Well, to answer maybe a small mystery, back when he was known as the Crimson Knight, he was, I don't know if he was originally from a continent called Adra, but he was there at one point in time. He was imprisoned by the Vey a very long time ago, thousands of years ago. I do know of him.
I thought that perhaps you might.
How could he have ever escaped?
It was when we, back when the prison fell, we had to take him back to, bring him back to
Remember
Tyve.
he said he was afraid of the scarecrow too.
Yeah, isn't it?
So,
Don't you think he should know about what he is afraid of? Maybe it would help him
I
in
don't-
his battle.
Right. I don't know that much about him specifically. I had met him only that one time. I didn't know about him before
No.
that one mission.
What this Crimson Knight is also afraid of. It might help him in his battle.
Right,
Yeah,
but I don't.
except I don't think that bringing those things was a good thing.
Right.
From the sounds of it, it might have been what destroyed Torrent's people.
Or at least a part of it.
I am not sure what you are speaking of.
But at least he will know.
The only thing that I've ever known him to be afraid of is the Mother Argolis. He did have an interaction with her a very long time ago, and he was afraid.
At this, the older council, they start to murmur to themselves, and Ylvis will, he takes a small staff that he has and he hits it against the floor. Silence. What do you know of this being that you speak of?
Not that much. I do know that she feeds off of despair and off of fear and off of loathing, and she's just pure evil. She has some form of attachment to scarecrows, and I kind of explained the flashes I saw of her and her movements and her interactions that I had with her back then, but.
Nothing.
But they also might be your demise.
Possibly. It's I don't know if it's a creature or a god. I'm sure you probably know more about her than I do, but she's an evil we have not yet come across.
But he might not know that he is your demise. You can always threaten him with this Mother Argulis.
It's possible.
Is there a way, look, I mean, I know we can't fight this guy, but is there a way we could get into the keep?
Do you think we could just
find
like
her and get her out?
trade him something for Helena?
Or I'd start like smuggle her out.
Yeah, or that. But like then when like that fails because somebody's loud, then like what does he want?
I see several paths for this group. They are intertwined with powerful forces.
From behind one of these purple curtains, you see an old woman, like a crone. She walks forward with a long staff. While she is elven, she is the oldest elf that you have seen. She looks much like Magda Nava from your peoples. Behind her, you see a young maiden, and you see an older woman. They seem to walk in unison. And as the old woman talks, you notice both the young woman and the middle woman mouth the words as though they know what she's saying. It is a symbol that survives many cultures. Mother, maiden, crone. Ylvis nods to her. Some of our people believe in the old magic. Magic that belongs to the world. That belongs to air. There's this kind of like quake that you feel in the earth. Speak. I sense in the lifeblood of our great mother, she has revealed to us. And so as they begin to talk, all three are going to talk at the same time. I can't do that, so you have to imagine that. I see the stars unlining for them. They have been chosen by many, by some that would use them, some that would help them, some that would free them from themselves. Some that want only for their happiness, for the truth, gain power. Yet all want them to move forward to the great Ithilien. 3 questions our great mother will grant us.
and 3 only that align with these paths. I would let them know much, but I am forbidden lest they ask. Beware, the questions must relate to the paths.
Nobody asked how many questions. 3.
And we'll pick up this game next year.
No, too big of a cliffhanger.
Right.
Okay.
So Torin, if you would like, you are granted 1. The rest of the group may ask. You have 2 more.
What is love? That's not a question.
Where's Stefan?
I don't think anyone's going to ask that question.
Just say if she were with us.
No one's gonna ask that question.
Why is Stefan?
He's huge.
Why Stefan? Why Stefan?
What happened
What?
in film?
Seriously. I'm like not even joking. It went through my head.
That's where my ring went.
Oh, yeah.
But I would like, what's the significance of pill?
What happened to your key?
Aaron has
Where's Grant?
Just like everything else.
They're pretty specific in what you can ask.
Yeah, it has to be about our path.
Like, do you think we can ask how we get, like, because from everything we've looked at, there's no way to the Athelion. Like, how do we even get there?
Oh, that's a good point.
Like, it's impassable mountains, right?
Diosastium?
So
Yeah, we know it's the Diosastium
you've watched
that we need to
Moana,
go
you
through.
Oh,
get
it's
lost. But no one's watched Moana. Nobody can talk to me.
I don't know what that is. I don't recognize that IP.
You can talk about things.
No.
No,
You're so goofy.
not with the mouse listening.
But yeah, that's one thing. When we get there, like, we have no clue how we're going to get there. So that would be, like, maybe a suggestion.
His power reaches far beyond the mortal coil.
Another thing I would
Don't mess
also
with D.
kind of think would be worth knowing is, like, they specifically said there's some people that want to help you, but there's some people who, like,
Want to use us.
yeah. So, like,
Yeah.
I would love to know, like, Matthias's,
Right.
like,
Matthias is-
real intentions. So that's another thing to think about.
Now remember, you don't have to ask. One of you could just blurt it out.
Where
No,
can
We're not.
where can we find the light that was lost from Piln?
That's good.
The light has never left you.
Friends we made along the way.
What does that mean?
Maybe we did actually take it, but it's inside of us. I thought you were gonna ask about the Vey.
What?
I thought you were gonna ask about the Vey.
Oh, well, that, I can't. I was thinking about that because I can't think of how that directly
Yeah, that's
moves
fair.
along like our current path. But I mean the
Like, how are you here?
my God's sole mission for me so far is getting the Athelion back together. So that's
So
kind of
do
what
we
I was
want to
thinking.
maybe ask how we get past the impassable mountains to get to the Athelion?
How to unlock the Diosastium. That's the only way we know of.
But we can't even get to the Diosastium. We don't even know how to get there. But yeah, we also need to know how to unlock
Right.
that. So I think
I mean, I'm sure we can, like, track down. I mean, that's a thing of legend. So I'm sure we can find some kind of ideas of how to get there.
but how to open it.
Right. How? I mean, it was locked by fate itself. So
Yeah, but yeah, ask that. That's a good
it doesn't have to come from me. I just had one question that I was allowed to ask myself. Just, but
You're our
anybody can ask.
spokesperson.
Okay. How can we unlock the Diosastium?
The lights in the chamber go dim. A door was made to separate the highborn from the low. Even in their time of strife, those who were erased warred not just with the teller, but with themselves. A door forged by the greatest of kings who saw only the folly in their final edicts, broke the key into 9 segments. The crystallic gift of the gods will open the door. But there is another way. A way of darkness. A way of shadows. A hidden key was made, forged by black betrayal. To pass this way, one must look into the shadows.
Oh, that might be easier.
Because we have one piece of the crystallic, is that right?
At the moment, we have 1.
And you used to have 2
3,
more.
yeah.
What happened to them?
They disappeared with Pill. That was the thing I lost, was my 2 pieces of the crystal.
Both of them, okay.
Yeah, and then the third one I obtained afterwards.
Just pick up from our.
Maybe we should ask where those are.
Don't we have like a map?
We have the globe.
No, but we had like a map pointing to things on Tyve, right?
Yeah, we had the globe in the clubhouse.
No, not that
No,
one.
he's
It
telling,
was,
there was a map that was telling us places we should go.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
right. I
should
remember
we
that.
could
Should we
ask-
ask who we should trust
We
that wants to help us? Or like,
Should we ask what Mark is?
no.
Oh,
This
okay.
is
Ooh,
gonna
we
be a
could
little
ask-
mystery.
we could ask, are there any groups of people on the mainland that we can trust?
Yeah.
This
Or
thing.
are there any groups on the mainland that we could seek out as allies?
That's
opinion.
I want something that
Bigger.
right. I mean, we've got a god answering our questions for us.
Is there
Do you think we-
information at Dreg'Damor that would help us
Or
regain
do we need
Helena?
to stop the chain, or like, can we bypass the chain? Like, are they gonna get in our way?
Yeah, I mean, how do we defeat the chain, or how do we defeat Accurus?
Break the links.
Yeah, or maybe do we need to defeat? Do we need to take them out? Or will getting to the Athelion do that?
What will happen when we bring the Athelion back into one piece?
Even our sight cannot see that. Such perfect gift. For the gods do not intervene with the gods' affairs. You may ask another question.
Too big.
Too big. Even though that's like the thing we need to know.
Well, but that's also like gonna be the coolest reveal ever.
Right.
Yeah.
It also, Aya wouldn't know.
Would any of us have ever heard of the name Aya?
I don't think so.
No. Right.
Well, what if, I mean, we are thinking very big, but what if we think about,
Very small.
right, like, I mean, Helena's after the light. Her vial was important. I mean, I'm like, maybe we should be thinking about, like, the next step, which is getting her back.
Where should we go to get Helena back?
Or like what? How do like or more info on like the blood sorcerers type thing to figure out.
What about how we get rid of the storm that engulfed Gavra?
We know that the storm is directly linked with the Athelion breaking, so I don't think anything short of getting the Athelion back together will get rid of the storm.
True.
What's beyond the fairy lights?
Check for yourself.
All the lights go out.
What do I have in my pocket?
What number am I holding up?
What is it that the blood people smell?
What is the answer
What does
to
hope smell
life?
like?
43.
It smells like holidays. Ginger.
Or should we ask
gingerbread.
about like the Mother Argolis' play in this? Like, is she here?
Ooh,
Like,
that's
why
a
did
good
you have
one.
a vision about it? Is she going to interfere?
Kevin's not impressed.
No, I like the idea. I'm just thinking how to. I'm thinking of how to word it.
Like, is she one of the ones who's gonna help us? Or
It's me.
Her to, like, what is her
Yeah.
goal? Like, why is she?
2 episodes ago.
How?
I don't know what happened. I'm all wet. I don't know what happened.
You say I'm all wet?
How?
He said, I'm laughing. I'm all wet. What?
Alright.
How about along the lines of how can we best protect ourselves from the Mother Argolis?
Yeah, if she's
that your
because
question?
if she's not here and not part of the path, then they probably won't answer.
Right.
Well, she keeps popping up on her path.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Just in the past couple of days, she's. Yeah. Sorry, that was a question.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Music change. That's a
Diet
good
and
idea.
exercise. Diet and
Right.
exercise.
An apple a day.
Run. We are the Mother Argolis.
Surprise.
There are bones that are sitting in this dungeon somewhere. What do they mean?
sorry, Trevor. Never happening.
Never,
You'll
ever.
never know.
If we ever go back to the Soul Forge, I promise you.
Did you find out
Wasn't
what
in the
those
Soul
bones
Forge,
mean?
They're used. They're like nothing.
Okay, yeah.
Trevor, like during the epic end battle, like spent the whole battle running to go try to look at what some bones look like and never got there, and didn't help.
No,
Back in the
battle.
first campaign, he came across
in the
these
very
bones.
first campaign, there were real quick. There were some rooms in the entrance before the big boss battle.
Yep.
And Dustin kind of pointed them out, so I'm like, there must be something in there to help. And it takes me a couple rounds that I waste, and I get there, and there's a warg skeleton, like werewolf kind of. And I couldn't roll high enough to figure out what the hell it was, so I had to get back to the battle. The last campaign that we just played, we went back to that spot. And I go into the room, and I'm like, Dustin, there's a skeleton there, and it's this, and I want to know what the fuck it is. And
And he's also like, and I've got a +2 to this, and I've got an advantage, and I'm ready to go.
Nat one. Nat one. And it was probably like one of the funniest moments.
And then Allie's there, and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't even roll. She's like,
So why are you so interested? It doesn't. They're just bones.
My character didn't know.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was
good.
That's the skeleton one.
Ongoing.
It was
Yep.
payback for him wasting the whole boss battle looking.
Look at, like,
wasn't the whole
Everyone was
battle.
dying. Trevor comes
really
out
was.
final. It was. It was like Trevor's
It was
character
like
finally
4
comes
rounds
out.
of him trying to figure out what this
Just
freaking thing
dies.
was.
I
had to get
We're
there.
all
It
gonna
was
die.
just way.
Might have been the secret.
It could have been a super
It
weapon.
wasn't.
Anywho,
So your
Yes.
question is, how can we protect ourselves from the Mother Argolis? At this, the facial expressions of the 3 drop, and you hear in different voices, our child. Oh no. To protect yourself from that which began before all, you must remove yourself from their gaze. Long ago, we created the world, and in it we saw great abundance of what could be emotions. We felt them with such ferocity that they were given birth into the world. Beauty, hope, love. But such emotions have darker tendencies, and they changed as we did. In our wisdom, we sealed them away on the island of our daughters, far beyond the edge of knowing. Our angels. But man, in its infinite wisdom, called to them. And even our barriers could not keep them at bay. They each look at you. You wish to avoid the Archelaus. Then bring hope where there is fear, love where there is despair, light where there is darkness, for they cannot stand the emotions that they have changed so desperately from.
Oh, that's such a sad backstory for them.
Sick.
I picture them so much like Velcro.
That means we have to be good people.
Why?
But they also said there was a way to do things in darkness.
That one protects us from our ghosts. Just get us to the door.
Okay.
Thank you.
Your journey is fraught with danger. Beware those who ask for your aid. Even the Edenari. And they shirk back behind the curtain. Wisdom can be difficult to hear. I will share what little I know of the Blood Knight. All we know is that he comes from a land not our own. Whether he is from Adra or somewhere else, it is not quite clear. But I can tell you that he is known here as the Bloodkeeper. People believe that he drinks the blood of his enemies. I believe it is more dangerous than that. His people call for the gifts of the lifeless blood. I do not know what this esoteric rambling means, but what I can tell you is that he is without death, and he uses the blood of the living to enact terrible vengeance. I do not think it wise that you go to the keep. If your journey takes you elsewhere, I would head there first, learn what you can, and return to us. We will help you when the time comes.
How can we find you again?
Elendra bows. I believe I may help. While I cannot offer you my blade beyond this sanctum, I can offer you help, assistance, and guidance. If you'll have me, I can come. I believe. She puts her hand on you as though she's not going to be able to touch you, and then she does. I believe you are important to our people's past.
I'd like to help where I can, but just let it be known that I don't, there's not a lot that I remember of my own past. So I'll do what I can, but
It's coming back.
it's getting there. So I think our next step is we're planning on going to the name that I can never, the Vagnamar Plateaus.
Well, we gotta go. Do you have?
Well, there's a lot of things. So first off, ultimately, we're trying to get to the Vagnamar Plateaus. Do your people possibly have some warmer clothing? We don't. Unfortunately, we had to make haste, and we didn't get very much preparations done before we had to leave. So any assistance you might be able to offer us on our way north. that'd be
Our
greatly
craftsmen are skilled, but unfortunately, this is not a temperature that we must endure here in the Shadowlands. I recommend you try Edenari. It is below the plateaus. Their people should have gear and clothing for you.
Sounds good. Here it is.
Perfect.
Very well. Well, I guess if you maybe have an extra few beds for the evening. I don't know if this place follows the regular night and day cycle, but where we came from,
I
it's
don't know if they sleep.
Are we? You had quite the magical portal that you opened to bring us here. Is this what they call a plane? Is this a different?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Okay.
Can you bring us back closer to the plateau? Or will you take us back right where we went through the tree?
You may travel through this place far to the north, but you will not leave much further than where you were.
I saw the. What can you tell me about that silver tree out there and of its brothers? I know I've seen one other that's very similar to it.
We call her Baltora, the silver tree of Tarath. She is thrice rooted, with 2 siblings, though the winds tell of a 4th. The pale branch. Yevros, Baltora, and the golden knot. It is Nabell, Ea, life.
What do you know of the Evenfall?
I know that it is a place of twilight, a place gifted to those who should not be remembered. But that I know very little, save that it is home to the Golden Knot. Have you seen it?
We've been there before.
Beware. Few who travel to that place return untouched. So close to Ardaris you are.
Who or what is Ardaris?
He points to where the 3 crones just spoke. I believe she just explained it.
Party foul. Sorry.
This is water.
I'll grab
Isn't it?
It's just
Yeah.
water.
It's water. I'll grab stuff. It'll be easier.
Was there anything else that we need to know right now?
I mean, she's gonna come with us, so that's great.
You'd be willing to travel with us, right?
I do not know as much as my father, but I would be willing to help.
I think we'll never turn away a friendly face. The more the better.
I shall see to them, Father, and we shall head north immediately. There is no time to rest. Oh, will you make sure the battery is dry, please? It's actually really important.
Yeah, I don't think that really got too.
Well, if there's nothing else that you can think of that'll help us at the immediate moment, I think we can head back.
Who are the? You said there's no visitors, but there were humans.
Bro, what were those humans there?
They are survivors from an attack we just had against the Godkeep.
I bet they have a great story to tell about probably almost bringing down Acuris with centipedes.
That's very specific.
Somehow very accurate. I don't.
Yes. Yes, somebody mentioned that exactly.
Maybe he can't die, but boy, they put a couple of dents in him.
Killing a hawk?
Level 1 adventure.
We could forget the last hawk of the last hawk of Tyve. Is that what it is?
The last bramble hawk?
Oh, the one I
The
killed.
last bramble hawk of Tyve.
But they have a great story.
Oh
my god.
Yeah, I think we're.
Let's go 9-8.
Yeah.
Well, if it's okay with you, we would need some rest, and I prefer to do that somewhere safe before we head back. If you have some shelter or somewhere we can just stay for a few hours.
He laughs. I'm sorry, friends. While you are welcome, it will be difficult for you to stay.
Why?
You are not called to this place. And you do not need it.
What does that mean?
Does this place have room for? We have a group of children that were displaced by a battle between the chain and the blood sorcerers. We currently have them somewhere relatively safe, but we can't guarantee that it will stay that way. Is this perhaps a place that they might be able to come for sanctuary?
This is a place for the Edenari. Those who are in the twilight of their lives. That is not you or these children.
Okay.
You think me rude, but you will see. Stay as long as you'd like.
That feels loaded.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound good. Probably.
All right. Not a problem. We can make our way out.
Alendra, we will make our way to the north. We will walk under the moonlight of Ben Falas until it guides us home.
Okay.
I'm just walking. The whole time I'm staring up at the sky.
All right. I think we're good to go.
So, as you walk out, you'll notice a handsome-looking elf with the feminine features approaches. They are holding a small tray. On the tray are 3 different blades. They each look to be made of moonlight, even though they are steel. He looks down. These are gifts from the council to help you on your journey. They are 3 longswords. This is the pale blade, the crescent edge, and the night bringer.
Ooh, weapons that have names.
Yeah. What does that one do?
Cuts.
Well, the longsword. It's a little bit weighty for me.
You say long sword or short sword?
Long swords, right?
3 longswords.
Are those considered like martial weapons? Longswords?
I think so.
Okay.
And they're versatile.
Do we even have 3 people who can use weapons like these?
You can.
I can. I
can.
Well,
I don't get as much with
Internet.
it, but I can use it.
Aaron can, but he has his weapon. Yeah, I'm all right.
Thank you.
Sugar.
Yeah.
I would grab the night one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Are you taking one?
No,
Let's just
Oh.
make it
I can't
tomorrow.
use them.
You can't use longswords?
I can only use simple weapons.
Oh.
I'll grab the crescent.
I have longswords like listed on my thing.
Yeah.
Crescent,
Night.
Nightbringer,
Whatever the last one is.
Crescent Edge.
Crescent edge.
No, I had the
For the
crescent
cre-
edge.
You have the crescent edge?
And the pale
I
blade.
know that. I don't know if the
Ooh, the pale
Twilight
blade sounds
does
cool
give me
too.
something.
Yeah, pale
My
blade.
brain's not working.
I know.
Okay. Trying to find my proficiencies, weapons. Oh, I can use martial weapons.
I wondered.
Simple and martial. What were the three again? I'm sorry.
Pale blade.
Pale, right?
Crescent edge.
Crescent edge.
Nightbringer.
Oh shoot. They all seem passively similar to.
You taking one from someone?
You have to take it from Bjorn.
Or me.
Or from the character that's not real?
Oh, they're all. No, go for it.
No.
I mean, I've got my hammer.
No, I'm
I also have a blade.
I'm not important.
All right, I'll take the Nightbringer, the Pale Blade, or the Crescent.
You chose the Nightbringer, right?
Yeah, but I.
Yeah, no, yeah, she.
We could,
Yeah.
but the pale one sounds cool too. I'm just trying to think of which one sounds most like my character, which one.
No, that's exactly what I'm going for too. I don't know which one is more like in between.
They're all moon.
Right.
Phineas Moon.
My favorite.
I'll go with the Crescent. That seems very moon-like and very specifically night. Has the dark pale. I'll take the.
My grandma always taught me this.
Trevor, you want
Eeny,
to take the
meeny,
crescent?
miny, mo.
Right.
I'm taking the crescent now.
Yes. You take the pale.
Okay, I'll take the pale then.
think we
You
should
want
give
if you want the pale, I literally just cannot decide. So if you want the pale blade, I'll take the crescent blade.
I'm not even thrilled about it, but I'm going to.
What?
Well, Kiara can use it.
Yeah.
Trevor, give it to tomorrow.
I'll take it. I'll keep it then.
If you don't want the
But I
special
can
elven
use it.
blade, then she can have.
I'll take whatever somebody else doesn't want.
Because I'm a ranger, so both of my characters can use it.
Yeah,
there you go.
You take it.
Okay.
Everyone's got it written down?
Maybe we can still
Yes,
try.
I have it. The crescent edge sword.
Crescent. You got the.
Should I take the knight or the pale?
Oh my god, just decide.
Allie, but what about the
Take
crescent?
Wow.
Take the knight. That
DM,
seems
why don't
like-
you ever give us
I wrote that
weapons?
That's the thing. We're so
I just don't know what to do.
we're so dumbfounded. We've never come across this before.
Leave it.
I thought you were gonna say, and they hand out a tray, and then like game over, the tray's your D&D Christmas presents. Because that's
Oh,
the
that would
next
have been
game.
smart, man.
All right, yeah, I got the
Why didn't
pale
you do
blade.
that?
That's smart.
I'll take the pale blade.
Cool.
Another tray comes
I'll
up.
take the dagger.
I'll take the tray.
Bjorn is like Gimli, but
You
my
would
ass.
just
You'll
give
take
it,
the,
you would
take the
just,
tray.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, we grab
you would
our
just give it
respective
away.
swords.
Okay.
Whisper.
Shield.
At will, the blades will cast light on themselves, letting off light in a 60-foot radius, 30-foot radius.
Nice.
Tray do.
Are they
This is
magical? Are they a
not-
+1?
This is
Are
not
they-
bringing night.
They are magical.
Yeah.
They have no pluses. They are magical weapons, though.
Ignore resistance.
It's a shield.
The tray? Yeah.
The tray goes under his arm, and he walks away.
I wanted that tray.
These blades each have their own story to tell. It is a shame I do not know them.
Right, before we go,
Chandelier.
I wondered,
Chandelier.
and I know she will rip our lungs out if we don't ask this, but the woman we're trying to save, Elena, she's looking for her brother
was
that
gonna make
she
that
thinks
joke.
got lost here
Thank you.
on this mainland. Do you remember seeing a bloke that looks a lot like her, wandering around?
Unfortunately, I have not.
Thank you.
I will keep my eyes out for them.
How about a guy who looks kind of more like me?
Perhaps.
When?
It would have been long ago.
Okay. Maybe you want to keep your eye out for him too.
What about another guy that kind of looks like me?
More recent.
More recently, yeah.
If I did, I would have
Wearing all black.
I would have brought him to the council.
I think there's a little bit.
He's right over there.
60-foot radius or 30?
30.
30.
My people are dead. I know you haven't seen them.
Have you seen my father?
We know there's at least one Vey walking around besides me.
That's right, we do.
Or somebody.
Or that knows
Disguising
what
themselves.
they look like and try to make themselves look Vey,
Yeah.
right?
Shall we?
Yes.
Shall.
All right, so it's about 9 o'clock your time, and you walk for about 3 hours.
Whoa.
It's getting late. You're getting tired, but you're still walking under the beautiful gradient sky. And eventually, as you continue to walk, you notice that the colors begin to desaturate back into the blacks and grays. You do not walk through a curtain. It is simply, this place lets you go. And you see the illusory sky turns back to clouds and rain.
Right, good old Tyve.
I think we're back.
Nah.
About what time would it be? then?
About midnight.
Okay. So
Those of you who have a blade, even if it's on your person, it's glowing, and you notice that the darkness that seems to be creeping towards you shrinks back slightly.
There must be orcs around.
Right, Torrin, can you put up that tent now?
Yep. All right, everybody sit down.
I knew it was too good to last.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and cast the dome. It's my tiny hut.
Okay, give me 1 second, everyone.
But one person's gonna have to stay out because I only hold 9 people. Now we got 10 to our party.
Nose goes.
None it.
I always say I'll sit out.
You gonna see it up?
She's fine.
I'm watching. I'm watching anyway.
We're gonna be sleeping. She's gonna get like a 1 on it tonight, and we're like, "Arr!"
I hear something.
So, an important thing to note, and because we're going, so Elendra will follow you, but in the daylight or morning, she is ethereal.
Still visible?
Slightly.
Slightly visible. Okay.
Still useful. Man.
Does she tell us this?
No.
So we won't find
So
out.
it's like
She only exists at night.
Interesting. Can't speak during the day either?
No.
Okay.
Could she follow us? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be around, but just for floating.
She's like a ghost.
So when you sleep, we lose you. When it's daytime, we lose her.
great. We finally have one extra party member. Half and half.
All right. Then, like I do every night, I'll try reaching out to Elena.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
I can
Go
see
see it in your eyes.
Beautiful.
Mama. Didn't mean to make me cry. Right, and that's all I can say.
Okay, give me 1 second, everyone. Sorry. There we go.
What's the word I'm looking for? When man brought the Argylus back, she was.
Mortified.
What's the word I'm looking
Changed.
for?
Just put change.
Just changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Altered.
Altered is the word I'm looking for.
Transform.
Transform, thank you.
Dislocated.
Bastardized.
So
Disfigured.
Whoremongered.
What?
Okay, so you guys head to bed.
Uh-huh.
And
What does Elendra do?
Yes.
she will stay out with you. She just begins to talk about. She doesn't talk. She just sits there in silence.
If she's staying outside, then I'll, because you can still come in and out of the dome if you're there when I cast it. So you can be there when I'm. And that way you can sit outside, and then if something goes down, you can still roll in and be protected.
What?
My plan's ruined.
Throughout the night, I would just ask. Can I just ask her like, if she uses magic, or if she just fights with her blade, like just basic question.
I am not a shaman, but my blade sings.
She's a bard.
Yep,
What?
that's what she said.
And then I would ask her like, I would try to ask again what she meant by Helena's crossed over.
She will tell you the last I saw her, she was being embraced by a curus.
What do you mean?
I believe she is gone.
Like dead or
It would be better if she were dead.
so not dead?
Or undead.
Underdead.
Unalived.
Yeah. And we're still learning a lot.
I believe.
If they've done something to where we might be able to rectify.
Well,
I will believe we'll probably both fix it.
and it's interesting that one episode where we played the other characters, like, there's definitely something going on in that chamber that you were trying to get into.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I
were
don't know
you
why
dying?
you were the
Crazy
only one that was doing that.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, when they keep talking about what is it?
There's just
what is-
something inside of this bright.
What was the word about the blood? They said that gibberish they can't understand. Lifeless blood.
And that's what he's been talking about.
So I'm
yeah.
wondering what's in that tank and like.
Right.
I don't know why.
Yeah, why they're
no
just
one tried to
collecting this
help each other.
blood. Because from what we know about the blood sorcerers, is they're more along the lines of like energy vampires than. Like, so I'm wondering. Why they,
Not that energy vampire. So working hard or hardly working?
Oh, what's his last name? Colin
Robinson.
Robinson, yeah.
So much.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
So much.
Him and Nandor.
Your microphone's on mute. When they have the big meeting, the energy vampires, it's all like a Zoom meeting. Your mic's on mute. How do I turn it off? You have to turn it on.
And what was the end of like season 2 or something? There was that big energy vampire showdown between him and that chick in the office.
He's like slowly growing his hair back.
Oh man.
He's just growing.
He just came back as a disgusting infant.
Yeah, that I couldn't get into that. Like, that was so weird.
It was the baby.
Yeah, I couldn't. That was a. I like
was
stopped
very
watching around there. I can't do it.
Yeah, that is where we haven't finished that.
All right, gang.
They go around drinking blood and they get drunk and high off of the people that they're partying. So they go around.
LSD in their blood.
Ah! Nuclear medicine.
Nuclear medicine.
Oh my god. That's just so good. It's not a cursed hat.
Can we get the music up?
I want your hat. God, I need to watch that again.
I wish this was the music, but it's not.
Oh.
Oh, I like that music.
Wowza. Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That sounds right.
You're in danger.
Far away, in a room of dark green, like gemstone, emerald, shining, shimmering, splendid. You see a woman sitting on a throne of dead fish bones, weeds, and tangles. She leans back. She strokes the slick, wet head of some faceless creature with webbed feet and hands. Looking up, you see several figures in dark clothes, one after the other, standing before her. One appears, you see the silhouette of a bird before it turns into a person. I do not know if this is the right course of action, says the one who was a bird who slowly turns back into a person. Next to them, again, you only see the silhouette of them. They look something that seems to be scribbling notes down. I'm not sure if this is the right way to go either, honestly. You see a few of the others. Perhaps there is another way to open the door. The one sitting on the throne. Draxus and Ziltrix betrayed us all.
I will leave this island, and if you will not help me, I will destroy you as well. Very well. I will continue to spin the web. Are things working to your liking? Yes. I think I'm deep enough in their heads. They think I'm a book. And our game.
Would you learn who to stay with? Like,
Can we discuss who all of those things
Books
were?
are my friend.
I like that slip.
I have goosebumps!
Worked
What's he
his way
doing?
into the
So that slip, was that
Hargrin's.
Horatio.
yes, that was
Yeah.
slip.
Yeah.
And then was that Horatio?
Yeah.
Horatio and Matthias and
Aggie. Ooh.
yeah, because Slip got propositioned to go with Horatio.
Right, he did. Yeah, that's how he.
he's in the mountains somewhere.
I want him
He
to also
crash
just
landed
Wait,
in the mountains.
Trash King has part of the crystallic.
That
I'm
was
convinced
so
He's got
that
to.
if I'm convinced one of those 9 pieces he has found.
yeah.
Are we? So, my gosh.
But he
is
will
it gonna
never
be a
give
whole-
it up.
Are we not going
He'll
to play
never
until
admit
next
it.
year?
Yeah.
Next year.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys, we're obviously not gonna play on the 24th, I think, which is our next game.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll be back
In the new year.
January.
Do we want to wait another 2 weeks after that, or do we want to do the
Yeah, because
Tuesday immediately following?
No,
I
'cause
don't
that's
know
the
what
first.
the calendar's like. Oh, is it? Okay, yeah, no.
and we're playing our not streamed game on the 4th.
Right.
So the 7th is good.
Yeah, 24th and
'Cause
31st.
it's a start of a new season.
Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
Wow.
Yeah, which is fine.
So
We got a vote.
Yeah, so I think Whisper was dark because he was like, "Yeah, she's fine. Let her bleed out." Bless you.
Thank you.
You think?
I
You don't
don't-
think
I
that
don't
was?
think
you
that
don't
was
think
I
dark?
think you were probably darker than normal. Yeah, like normally you would help people.
I would have helped. Yeah, but I think that was.
I think yeah. I'm
You
gonna
think-
I'm gonna say I was also dark.
Agreed.
I like that Torin was thinking about the kids. Torin's
Yeah.
always thinking of the children.
Nobody wanted to save that girl.
I thought we were saving the girl.
What?
That's a difference from wanting to.
To me, not saving the girl. There was no other option because to me, it was putting the whole group at risk. So like, not saving the girl to me isn't dark.
No, but it might be more
maybe
neutral.
Yeah. My thinking was, I mean, if it looked like she wanted to be there, if there's one
Right,
thing
that
I would
was
know
the
about 16-year-old people who are devout in their faith, there's nothing that a group of adults is going to be able to come around.
Unlike other 16-year-olds.
being
who are
one in
easily
that
to be
exact
convinced.
position.
Okay, so what are Aaron and neutral?
I would say Bjorn was light. I was concerned about the well-being of the group the entire time.
I'd say neutral.
Yeah, you were rushing
Can't
us
do
out to
anything
try
good
and
or
save
bad.
us in
Well,
the
and,
village.
and being polite to the
Yeah,
older lady.
Neutral.
Yeah.
That is a neutral game then.
That's our second neutral game, is it not?
So
Yeah.
how
No,
is-
it's our. No, we had where'd we restart doing that?
Lactose and who?
That's way back there.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think it was Draxos.
it's yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't that.
Draxos.
it'll be.
And Ziltrix.
We had a neutral and the
Right,
dark
his name
brought
went
us
down.
down.
The neutral.
So yeah, it's our second. It's our second neutral.
Dark.
Yep.
So does that take us down to +2? Does that sound right to
What are
everyone?
we at right now?
I thought it was at +3.
We were at a.
Yeah.
Ziltrix.
So now we're down to
Where'd my
+2.
ranking go?
God, we need to get like into this negative dark scale, you guys.
You really want that, don't you?
Yeah, I want to see what goes on behind the
But
dark
no,
rails.
now we know that our secret
Okay,
is
but-
love and hope.
Okay, but like,
Love
did that
and hope
guy
and
just
light.
say at the end that they think I'm a book?
Yeah, that
Was
wasn't
that-
That's
Matthias.
Matthias.
Okay, so that had nothing to do with the library book we've been talking about, right? Like, that's not evil.
No, it was Matthias's voice. That's
Just
interesting.
Matthias.
Yeah. It's an interesting thought.
Yeah, because when like they think I'm a book, there's literally one book we've been telling everything we possibly know to. So
The smoke, grey clouds of fire and ash that burn the skies of Tyve. Mountains of iron, seas of bone, in hardships we must strive. Though I still know the songs from yore of virtue, hope, and light, but I have ne'er seen their like, for darkness is our plight. Oh, thrum, thrum, hear the hum of heartbeat, chain, and ire. Steel your courage to the mast, or throw it on the pyre. The cold, sharp winds bring pain and death, these harsh lands we survive. Our warmth, it comes from hearth and home, but never from the skies. Oh, Tyve, 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 you'll never leave alive. This place is all our prison, but one where you can thrive. And you can wail against those gods and pillage, scream and fight. But fear the darkness in this land, for it is born of light. Oh, Tyve, 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 we're proud to be alive. And you can say we've lost our minds, or laugh and call us mad, but this place has become our home, so you'll never see us sad. The smoke, grey clouds of fire and ash that burn the skies of Tyve. Mountains of iron, seas of bone, in hardships we must strive. Though I still know the songs from yore of virtue, hope, and light, but I have ne'er seen their sight, for darkness is our plight. Oh, thrum, thrum, hear the hum of heartbeat, chain, and ire. We'll pour a drink for Tyve, our love, until we all expire. We'll pour a drink for Tyve, our love, until we all expire.